Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Rogues Gallery Live. This is episode number 82. Man, we are just, stepping our way up to 100. We're getting there slowly but surely. But anyway, of course, is Rogues Gallery Live. And tonight we are going to be talking about actually a lot of different topics tonight. Kind of a well-rounded show. And so I'm really looking forward to that. I want to thank everybody that's already been waiting for us to go live, and just thank you guys so very much for being here. I do want to introduce the panel as always. We have Mr. Jeff Morris in the house.
Hey, everybody.
Wow, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good.
Good. I like that. We also have Mr. Eric B with us tonight.
Hey, guys. Hope everyone's doing good out there.
Doing great. We also have from Wayne Manor North. We've been seeing a lot of this guy on the channel here in the last couple weeks, Mr. Dan Default.
Here we go again. Hey, everybody.
Welcome to the show. And last but certainly not least, from the mighty Secret Sanctuary, Mr. Jeff Delaney.
Hi, guys. Nice to be back.
Good to have you here. What's new in the world of collecting? Anything new and exciting, gentlemen?
What is new?
There's always new and exciting.
Oh, I like that.
About
anything coming in this week or soon?
Well, this week, no, but I have to admit that I came home last night at 6 o'clock, and I always check on Sideshow's site what's new for pre-order and what's new in stock. And I saw both Dragon Slayer and Sova.
Yep.
Both magically suddenly in stock.
Yeah.
With no production pics, no out-of-box videos, and no talk about it. No one on Facebook was talking about it. No one on Statue Forum was talking about it.
And that's Sideshow statues.
Yeah. And I always
that's
liked
produced
both of those pieces.
Right.
So I spent 6 hours last night stewing over, do I order these two pieces, texting you guys.
Yep.
And in the end, I decided I don't have room for 1/5 of my collection. These are really cool. They don't fit in with my collection. I'm going to practice restraint for one of the few times in my life, and I did not order those two pieces.
Wow.
But they're there, and they're cool.
Yeah.
How big is Sorry. How big is Deja Thor's? She's quarter scale or 1/5?
She's quarter.
Oh, she is quarter. Oh.
Yeah, there's not a lot of 1/5 from Sideshow other than the Star Wars Mythos. So
Right.
Yeah, it's a weird scale for them.
yeah.
Why
That
did they do
Adventures
that?
Assemble line was that.
Yes, that's true.
They're odd size.
Yep.
Do you think that the pandemic made that happen in that scale? Because maybe people aren't spending as much money, so they thought, hey, let's make this line in this scale. It might be more collectible. But again, quarter scale is everybody's favorite.
See, the thing with the Dragon Slayer one is it's only $100 less. It's $4.99. So most Sideshow things are around $600 now in quarter scale.
Yeah.
So, on the one hand, I think, yes, it's a success story for them because the edition size combined is 4,000. That's a lot.
Wow.
For a property that has no IP to back it up. On the other hand, I wonder if they'd done quarter scale, would there be more talk about it? Would there be more excitement about it? Would people be able to pair it up with Red Sonja or Conan or whatever, which they can't really do now because of that.
Right.
But think about like how much time and energy they devoted for Court of the Dead.
Yeah.
That was their IP. They wanted to push that thing to the limit. And it actually, to my surprise, especially in the beginning, how quickly it actually grew into a pretty big fan base. And I don't know if they're still doing much with it. It doesn't feel like
there hasn't been a new reveal in quite some time.
Yeah.
It's been about a year.
So I feel like that could be kind of dying, unfortunately. But yeah, you start a brand new line, and that line had a lot of buzz. There was a lot of kind of excitement about, the genre. And so like when you mentioned it last night, like I had no idea that it was up on Sideshow. I mean, in stock. And I just happened to see that today. I was like, I just thought you randomly brought it up yesterday.
Yeah,
so, there's just no fanfare.
I think all three pieces are really nice.
Yep.
They are.
And apparently they're selling fairly well because the edition sizes are pretty healthy. Dragon Slayer is easily the highest of the three. But I'm surprised that there's just not that much talk about it. And maybe
if they're selling well, maybe they don't feel like they need to.
Maybe, but from a collector's point of view, I might have jumped last night if they had production pics in the item description or if they had done an unboxing video and I could actually see a production piece.
Yep.
Usually you get that from Sideshow, you know?
Yeah, they're very good at doing the production stuff.
On Sova, if you scroll through the pictures, they actually have a picture of the box. They almost never show the art box until the production pics are available.
Right.
So it actually shows the box with a picture of the statue and it says prototype pictured. Why would they picture the prototype with the production box?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Very strange.
So that's one of the things that held me back too, is I haven't seen either piece, a production piece.
Well, and maybe it'll be around for a while and you have some time to think about it, if maybe some space opens up or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see. Well, so no dice on that one, but how about the rest of you? Any temptations this week? Pre-order things coming in?
I did the opposite of what you've been doing, Chris, and I instead of having pieces come in, I had one go out. I sold Zatanna this week.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
So, and you're selling that one because you are getting the XM one, right?
XM. Yeah, hopefully this year.
Yeah. I think that they'll get her out this year. I feel like XM's really been doing a good job of, well, I mean, even they're incredible, they have stuff in production before it's even on pre-order. Like that's really neat.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to that one.
Yeah. And I don't know if you saw Art's review thing that he did, but
I did.
It looks fantastic.
She looks
of course,
good.
that's a prototype, but
he just got in the Merciless by Prime One today.
that's awesome.
Oh,
That's very
really?
cool. I'm anxious to see that. Of course, he's a lot closer to XM, so that's a great partnership where he can kind of show off some of those items. I'm not going to reveal it yet, but I've got a very exciting piece coming from XM Studios to show you guys that's in production as we speak. So stay tuned to the channel for that. And of course, these guys know what I'm talking about, but it's gonna blow your minds, and I'm just incredibly excited to bring it to you guys here, hopefully very, very soon in the next week or so, I'm hoping. But speaking of XM, I was telling the guys before the show, like I've spent about as much money yesterday and today as I've ever spent on collectibles. I bought not just one, not two, but three more samurai pieces in addition to the Joker that just got in yesterday. So you guys could probably in the chat guess which ones I'm getting, but it's pretty crazy. So anyway, those are coming in, but I don't think I have anything else other than the Harley, if they ever actually ship her from Prime One. I know that some people are starting to finally get her to pop up, and photos look really good. We've got some photos to look at, but man, did you guys see those? I think she looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Is it me, or is her hair green? Is her hair supposed to be that color?
It is a blue.
It doesn't look blue in the pictures to me, but
I think it's just one of those colors. It's such a light blue that it doesn't photograph well.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, it's not the color I would ideally pick. I think I would pick more of like a black and red.
Yep.
But I mean, obviously they were going off the comics, so they wanted it something.
Oh yeah, no, blue is accurate to the comic. It looks green in all the pictures I've seen for some reason.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if they're washed out or what, but not sure. How about you, Jeff? Anything you got coming in? I did want to ask you. I know we were talking back and forth. Have you made a decision about your Prime One Joker yet?
No, haven't. One way or the other.
There was somebody put a picture up of the two of them together, and Batman, the Prime One Batman, still looks a little bit bigger than the Prime One.
I've got that photo.
Joker. Okay.
When we look at pictures, I've got that photo so we can kind of compare and contrast, because he did look a little big, but I didn't think it was like obnoxiously big.
No.
But
Now, the pictures we saw earlier, or the one picture I saw earlier from what's his name, they looked fairly okay together.
yeah, I thought so. I thought they sized pretty nicely. Again, it is two different companies, so it's like there's a difference between Prime One and Queen's sizing. There's a difference between even Prime One and Blitzway a little bit. I think Blitzway tends to be more true to size, whereas some of those movie pieces from Prime One were a bit oversized, and we've talked about that. But I don't know. I think they're all going to be fairly close. We'll see. I do want to say hello to some folks real quick. I want to say hello to Ready One, a brand new member tonight. So thank you very much. Appreciate that greatly. We've got Chris and Logan is here. Late Night Trip. Seth is here. Batman walks into a bar and is kicked out because his mask doesn't cover his mouth. Well, that's the world we live in. Batman's got to abide by the rules, I tell you. We've got Borg Cube 1 of 2 is in the house, another member. We've got also Mike Stainbrook in the house. Hello to you. Martin Rodriguez. We've got Ryan. Hello, Enablers Rogues. First gallery live of 2020. Is that true? Is this our first show of the new year?
Is that right?
Is it?
It's got to be.
Yeah, I guess it would be.
We had the Batsies before the new year. Yeah, it's our first show since the Batsies. Of course, like I said, Dan and I have been live a couple times, so it feels like we've done this a couple times. But yeah,
that's right.
So Happy New Year, everybody! Welcome.
Happy.
That's right. That's awesome. Let's see. We've also got Blaine Day, Brotherhood member Captain Trenchcoat is here. Hello. We got KohnHead Collectibles. I've got Carl, another member. Thank you very much. Hello, Polystone Addicts. That is us.
Yeah.
We should be Polystone Enablers is what we really should be called. Nick A.
We're both.
We are.
We're both.
We are indeed. We've got Aaron is here. Hello to you. We've got Vane21, Bat Beast, Odin01 from Philly. Hello to you. Brotherhood member Matt T. Hello. Dennis Perez from Puerto Rico. I love it. We've got Edwin Diaz. We've got Sir Double Ches. All the regulars are here tonight. Thank you. Justin Racklin is here. Rick Cruz. Wo Rang. John Metcalf. Let's see. I want to make sure I get everybody. Jerry Bourne. Talking about the Maquettes. Yeah, the Maquettes are 1/5. Let's see. Got another member right there. Thank you very much, Jay. Brotherhood member Brad Ladner is in the house. I have an oscillating, what is it, Lawler? I'm not sure what he's talking about. Let's see. No, it's Lasco. Lasco? Does he know? Do you know what we're talking about?
I don't
That's
know.
a fan.
Oh.
Lasco makes
An oscillating
fans.
Lasco, yes.
Okay,
Big
there we
fan
go.
base.
That's right, Jeff.
There we go.
It has a big fan base.
So anyway, if I didn't say hello to you, there's Casual Nerd Problems, Into Gray, Super Miguel, Dark Ranger 7, another Brotherhood member. Thank you guys for being here. And again, if I didn't say hello to you, I do apologize, but welcome to the show. So we've got a number of topics tonight. And before we do that, though, I wanted to start out the show letting Dan do a little bit of a sales pitch tonight. Dan has, I don't know if you saw it in the Facebook group, but Dan has one of the, if not the coolest CGC Hush collection I've ever seen, certainly. It's something that if I wasn't spending all my money on samurai statues, I would definitely consider this. Dan would like to sell this together as a lot. So I'm going to put the photos up, Dan, and if you kind of want to just tell people about what we're looking at here, and I'll kind of cycle through the photos, okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So guys, what Chris is referencing, what you see here is a picture. I've got the complete Batman Hush run from book 608 all the way to 619 with the variants, all CGC'd. The 3 raw books that you saw in that first picture, there's a French variant, there is the New York Post variant, and I can't remember what the third one is. So there are 3 raw books, but those are in addition to the entire run being CGC'd. It includes what you see here. The big 3, if you will, are at the front of this picture. So in the center is the retailer incentive edition, which is extraordinarily rare, really hard. Took me a solid year to track this one down. That one is included. The 619 to the left of it with the Riddler is signed by all 4 of the creators of the Hush run. So Jim Lee, Jeff Loeb, Alex Sinclair, and Scott Williams. And then you have the 608 much loved second printing signed by Jim Lee in a 9.6. So the run is extraordinary. All the cases are mint. Every book's included. It's just a wonderful collection. I'm selling it. It took me a number of years to assemble this collection, and I'm selling simply to fund some other projects here in the manor. I mean, just can't keep everything. And so I'd love it to go as a whole. I'm very, very reticent to sell it piece parts. I know that I've had people express interest in a few of those bigger books. What I did from a pricing standpoint is there is a pricing and value service called GPA for those who aren't familiar with it. But GPA is a site that takes the selling prices. It tracks selling prices for comic books across the board, CGC'd, and gives you kind of the low, medium, median, and high pricing on what these books are selling for. So what I did is I took the total of the low to between low and medium, or midpoint, I should say, on average selling prices on these books and totaled them up. And that total puts you in the neighborhood of just over 5,000. So the asking price that you'll see in the buy sell trade group is $53.99. I am very happy to work with you on price and payments, etc. But I would love for the collection to go to one of the collectors here in our community as a whole. It's just a cornerstone special collection. So I had said that last week I would be willing to start kind of piecing it out after Friday. You'll notice I still haven't done it. I just don't have the heart to do it yet at this point. I thought, I really appreciate Chris doing this and putting the collection up. The color is great in all the books. It's just stunning. So a good deal of the value, as you might imagine, or the price, if you will, is in that first retailer and center variant. That book all by itself is probably between $1,800 and $2,000 just for that book. So, and it's a beautiful copy. So,
how many total books do you get in this lot?
Yeah, so
like there's a lot.
There are 23 books in the lot. There are, I believe there's 20 of the CGC'd, and then those extra 3 books that I'm just including. So it's 23 books in total.
Well, I don't blame you at all for wanting to, keep this as a collection, because again, this could potentially be a one of a kind collection that you've put together here. I don't know if there's another one that's collective like this. I certainly haven't seen one like this.
Yeah, they're certainly rare. You don't see them pop up a lot. I've heard of other people that try to collect the whole run in CGC. I've heard of people, say want to get the whole thing in 9.8. You can do that. It's extraordinarily expensive. But some of these books I actually had CGC'd myself. I did not buy them all slabbed. Some of them, of course, I did. But, it's just a very special collection. I'd really love it to go to somebody here in the community. So if you do have interest in this, you can message me through the Facebook group, and you can email me at dsd825@mac.com. So just reach out to me. Like I said, I'm happy to work something out with somebody in the community. I'm willing to, be flexible on how we get it done, but it is a tremendous collection. So I appreciate the time, Chris. This was great.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I think it needs to be held together if possible. I understand that's a lot of money.
It is. It is.
But like Dan said, he's willing to work out on a payment plan or whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, I hate to see it broken up too. And and for my own spoiled purposes, I kind of want him to break it up because I want to get a few of those books. Because there's definitely some that I would definitely be interested in. But man, what an incredible collection. So anyway, congratulations if anybody does pick it up, because again, to me, it's a one of a kind. I just don't know how many people collect the entire run like that.
Yep. Oh, and by the way, so the extra, and again, understanding it is a lot of money. And as Chris said, I'm very happy to be flexible and work something out with the buyer, but it ships to you at my cost. So that price, or the price that we work out, it ships to you at that price. So
that is one hell of a deal.
Yep.
Ryan says that's right up Brad Ladner's alley. Yes, it is. But unfortunately, I don't think Brad likes CGC, so it probably isn't up his alley. But Jerry said BSC, just buy it. Man, it's tempting. Yeah, Dan did all the hard work for us. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Mike says, what a set. Yeah, it's just incredible. So anyway, Dan, good luck with the sale. I hope the right buyer comes along, and man, what an incredible collection. And it's definitely an investment because
Oh, no question about it. Yep.
these prices just continue to go up. So if you keep it for a couple of years, I don't know how much more you're going to make, but
Exactly.
it's crazy.
Yep. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Let's do topic number one. Topic number one won't take too long, but I do want to focus on poor Eric tonight.
Poor Eric.
Poor
Yes.
Eric.
How an inch
What'd I do?
maybe from the samurai line. Eric actually came up with this topic, which I thought was hilarious. How an inch saved me from the samurai line. So, we were talking about topic ideas, and Eric came up with this one, and I think Jeff Delaney had a phenomenal one about why everybody's starting to sell Shugo all of a sudden on the Facebook group.
That was hilarious.
Which I thought was hilarious too. And we talk about it all the time that like once the YouTubers start putting stuff out, all of a sudden, wow, pieces start selling. Whether it's a Sideshow piece and all of a sudden Sideshow sells out all of a sudden.
Yep.
Or
apparently it works for 2-year-old pieces as well.
Apparently it works for 2-year-old pieces. So obviously the samurai game is new to my channel. It's been, they've been out for a number of years, like Jeff just said. And of course, I do have to blame this dude right here and that dude over there, we're down over that corner, for enabling me to start this line. And I definitely started with their first two recommendations, the Samurai Batman and Deathstroke. And they're 100% right. I mean, they did not steer me wrong in any shape or form. I think they're two of the best in the entire line. But I got the taste. And I wanted more. And I did a video the other day about, kind of like what I was thinking, like why I wanted to get into the samurai line to have some differentiation and some separation. And about that same time, we were talking about it a lot in our Rogues Gallery private chat. And Eric mentioned that it's like, oh, I kind of want that. I think you mentioned Deathstroke first, didn't you?
Yeah, originally Deathstroke, and later, yeah. I mean, it's not out of the question yet. I'm still kind of trying to make it work if I can, but it comes down to space. So
yeah, and I know that one of the ones that you really were interested in, and I think you saw it at New York Comic Con, right?
Yeah, I think I've seen him a few times. So, yeah, so the thing about the samurai line is I've been very fortunate enough to actually see a lot of them in person, and it's not that I want to get into the line. I feel that some of them are like represented in a way that they could work as regular comic pieces. Like what you're doing, well, what you originally were going to do, which just like Batman and Deathstroke. So yeah, I feel like that Robin is the best quarter scale Robin on the market, and I feel like he could fit in as maybe not a samurai piece. I mean, because it does look like a representation of Damien. You can maybe argue that he's like training with the League of Assassins somewhere, and that's just his his garment, his outfit. So
yep, for sure.
Now I know that Dan, you have the Robin.
I do.
And it's you really love that piece. That's one of your favorites.
Yep.
And so the reason why we're calling this "How It Inch Saved Me from the Samurai Line" is because Eric asked Dan to measure, because you had a certain amount of room, and what was the outcome?
We were off by an inch.
We were off by an inch. There you go. So,
I mean, I'm going on Dan's words. I'm hoping he measured every angle possible.
I measured the two angles that you'd want to put him on a shelf, right? So
okay.
You could put him kind of completely square, like the base square, completely parallel to your viewing angle, right? And the width is 16 inches.
Yeah, so I want to put him on my side pedestals, and I have 15 inches. So I was like, Dan, is there any way, like, even if you rotate him a little bit, is there any way I could squeeze him in at 15 inches? And he's
okay. So there's a nuance that was lost in the message.
Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted to.
Oh,
now we're talking.
Yeah, now we're really
changing the topic now.
I'm at my enabling best right now.
Yes, you do.
It's about the nuance. So I thought that he was going to be in a Vesta, encased on.
No. So I have plenty of depth. I need the angle for the width to fit.
So he's on a pedestal.
Yeah, my side pedestals. So I have all the depth I need, all of the height I need. It's just the width that I'm worried about.
From a standpoint, you're on open air though, right? The Batman Who Laughs is there.
Yeah.
Is that pedestal?
Yep.
Okay. So open air, do you need 15 inches for the base or for the statue itself?
Everything. I have 15 inches wall to wall from my cabinet to my wall.
Oh, to the wall. See, so it is, yeah. So you're going to have a problem because his cape, he's got that cape flow, right? And so from the very furthest tip of the cape to the very opposite side tip of the base is 16 inches.
No matter how much I angle them, it's always, I can't squeeze them in.
He'd be angled in a way that you might not be able to see his portrait.
Okay.
But you know what, Eric? I'm going to go ahead and measure again right now while we're talking.
So can you just rotate him?
Well, that's kind of what I'm wondering is how much you'd want to rotate him. But
yeah, I mean, I would still want it to look good. I don't want him like to be staring at the back of the wall or anything.
This has been suggested to me many times, but Brad is also suggesting it. Just cut into the wall.
I've done that before. I've actually thought about doing that. I had to do that to my my Batman New 52. I had to cut into the back of the wall because that piece is so deep, I couldn't fit him into my cabinet. He's actually going through the sheetrock rock right now.
Captain Trenchcoat says, Eric, if you need to make room, I'll buy that modern Batgirl PF.
Eric, we're going to do some show and tell.
All right, here we go.
I'm going to bring Robin to the game.
This always makes me nervous when we do
Makes
this
me
live.
nervous too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big base.
Okay.
See, I feel like that would fit.
I don't know. He looks big.
Yeah, but so this is let me get him to the camera the right way.
So like right there would be okay. That's a little too far.
If you face him
like anywhere from there and then, maybe another 20 degrees the other way.
If you're looking at him like this, right? So that you were standing right in front. You're here, right?
Yeah.
Not where I am. Right? But if you're looking at him this way, so that you're looking straight at his left hand, his left hand and this side of his face, right? You're looking here. The only piece that wouldn't probably fit is the tip of his staff.
But that's movable, I heard, right? That goes up and down.
It is, but maybe like that it might fit.
Just went up an inch.
Yeah. Yep.
There's the inch. There it is.
There's your inch.
There.
Well, yeah, you could
have to put the staff through the wall.
Yeah.
You could probably fit him like that. So if you're looking at him that way, but where you won't fit him is as you square him like that.
Yeah, I don't like when my statues are staring at me anyway. So I like when they're like off to the side, the kind of like a Kodak moment. Yeah.
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Dan, is that staff really light?
Yes.
Because I'd be worried that you're putting too much stress on the hand by having the staff so high.
Yeah.
No, it's really light.
So he does have the switch out too with the sword. Although I do like the way the staff looks better. I would want to display it with the staff.
Yeah, the only thing is so the staff itself.
Is there any other swap out besides the staff, or is that it?
Yeah, there's another sword.
The staff is 17 inches. So it's a pretty big piece. But yeah,
it's angled.
Movable. But I think at that angle, I think at about like that, I think you could probably fit him inside 15 inches.
Ryan says, I just measured, you can angle him looking right at you, and it's right under 15 inches.
So that works.
With under 15?
He says right under 15, if you're looking right at you.
Right at you. With the staff? I don't know how that's possible.
Maybe he's got the sword.
This corner right here on the base and this tip of his cape, right? That is...
Oh, he's using the battering hand for the top hand.
Oh, okay. Well, still, he's going up to the cape right now.
Battering is coming up like that.
Yeah,
right?
So it's way shorter.
So that cape sticks out further, right?
This tip of the cape to this tip of the base is 16 inches.
16.
So you have to put it on an angle.
So yeah, I could probably angle him and save an inch.
Right.
I would have to angle him more
this way.
Probably he's going to face the cabinet more and not be looking so straight on.
Casual Nerd Problem says, Eric, will you be getting any more to accompany this one? Samurai line-wise may eventually go in your bestest packs.
No, it would just be a standalone piece. I just want the Robin.
So you were considering the Deathstroke though. Like, would you pair a Deathstroke up with Robin possibly?
If I had the space, maybe. I like the Deathstroke. He's just not one of my favorite villains. But I do really appreciate like the details and the art of the piece.
Here, speaking from experience,
Here it comes.
be careful.
Yeah.
Because if you see Deathstroke in person,
I've seen him in person too.
and
I know.
once you get Robin, you're like, and you start comparing it. Like I was talking to Dan the other night, when you start comparing different companies,
Yep.
it's like, whoa.
Well, I've said this a few times. There's millions of statues that I love better than the ones I have. I think they look better that I would love to have, but I just like the way my collection looks as a whole. Like for me, I want everything to look good together on the shelf. I have 2 pieces per shelf. I want those 2 pieces to look good on each shelf. I want the whole entire thing to look good. Right. And in the past, I've had that issue to where just, like, especially when it comes to scale, certain, we were talking about that earlier, I think in the chat, like some pieces don't look good next to the others. They might be slightly out of scale or they don't fit correctly. So that's why I like the new 52 line. But yeah, in terms of details, there's tons of other statues out there that, blow my collection out of the way that I could have, but I don't know. I don't want to start over. Yeah.
Well, one thing too is that you have consistently been a Justice League collector.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that has been a big focus. So like, you put Deathstroke in that disrupts that quite a bit, I mean, I'm just looking behind you and you have those Justice League characters.
That's my second choice. So I think I mentioned this before. So I'm a diehard Batman fan. And when I first started collecting, my daughter was, pretty much almost like a newborn. And I didn't want to have a ton of villains and scary objects in my, my family room here. So that's the only reason I didn't do Batman and his villains and all that. And I figured I'll just go for the good guys. And next up, what I like is, Batman's part of the Justice League. So I went with the Justice League.
That's a great point. And they look great.
Yeah. I mean, if I had to do it all over, if I had a space like yours, like a private room, I would probably just do all Batman.
I would love to see that collection. That'd be cool to see what you did. That'd be neat. And Ryan did update us. He said, and when I said looking right at you, I meant Robin's gaze.
Exactly.
With the left hand pointing at you.
Yep. Exactly. Over here. That's what I found as well. So yes.
He said the cape would be at the back of the statue when positioned.
Yep. Exactly. We're saying the same thing.
So that's the switch out right there, right? That looks pretty cool too. Actually.
Yeah. That's the better.
I actually really like that switch out.
Yep.
Yeah, that looks good actually.
Yeah. You wouldn't have to worry about that depth at all.
But still the cape is the widest.
You still have to worry about these tips right here.
So the more I push him towards my left, the more he's going to be looking towards the left wall. That's the only thing. So I wouldn't be able to go to the right. I would have to go to the left with him.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a lot of money to not be certain if it's going to fit.
Well, here's the thing though too, and I mentioned it earlier that these things, and especially in the last few weeks, and maybe I'm just like more in tune to it because I'm starting to collect it, but I'm seeing samurai talk everywhere.
Yeah, me too.
And I don't know if it's this channel causing some of it. I don't know. I would assume I've heard a lot of people say to me in private messages and in Facebook, and they say, I saw your stream. I saw this. I'm going to go in. I'm going to get this and that. So I apologize to everybody right now that's going to start spending all their money on these, but they're amazing. And somebody just asked about Ivy. Yeah, Dawn. I did just get an Ivy. I got a Bane and I got a Catwoman. So those were the 3 I was looking for, especially Ivy. And I was telling Dan I overpaid, I'm sure, but she's the one I wanted the most, I think. And so I'm excited to get those in. And again, it's one of those things where what I was just going to suggest to Eric is that I don't know if they're going to fit. Like, I don't know if they're going to fit my shelves. I don't know if they're going to work. So, it could be one of those things where you could try it, Eric. And if not, people are still going to want it.
Yeah, that's the other issue. If I could even find one for sale. I think that the Robin, there was less than 400. What was like 388 made?
358.
58. Okay.
Yeah, some of these newer runs, there's not very many made. Like, how many were they making a Scarecrow? It was under 300, I think.
It was
maybe that was 388.
Yeah.
So Chris, when you get Poison Ivy, follow the directions. Poison Ivy is a slightly more complex assembly than most statues. And you might look at a few pieces like, where the heck does this go and at what angle? So, and you really want to go in the proper order with that piece. It's easy to damage. So be very careful with that one.
I forgot. Did you have it?
I had it.
And so what
sold it?
So what sold it? I mean, what changed your mind for
her? I didn't have my garage shelving at that time. It's a bigger piece than I can put on like a Billy bookcase or something like that.
Yeah.
And I did have it right next to the OG Samurai Batman, so it looked cool. But I had something else coming in, and I got a good offer on it and
Sure.
sold it. That was before it went crazy in price.
Yeah.
But
why do you think her? Like, why do you think that one is the one that's
a good question. I don't know. And for the guy selling it, he needs to be really careful disassembling it. You got to go in the reverse order.
I tell you,
it's so easy to stretch it.
My buyer, and this is I'm going to recommend to everybody. So I have been dealing with some people. I've had a lot of people hit me up, whether it's Catwoman or Bane or Ivy. And this week, if you were part of the Facebook group, actually it was last week, I caught a scammer. A scammer was trying to do that to me. They were using pictures off of eBay from somebody in Australia. I knew that was their photos, and the person in Australia had breakage. And they said that, and the person I was talking to said, no, I'm in America and there's no breakage. It's perfect condition. And then he ghosted me on Messenger. So I called him out, which is something I don't usually do, but I'm like, I don't tolerate scammers. Yeah. There's no place for them. So this guy, he did not want me to name his name. But I asked him if he would take a piece of paper, put my name on it and today's date, and hold it in front of the statues. He put sticky notes all over his display. So I thought that was number one. I thought that was awesome. Number two, it was cool because he knows my reputation here on YouTube. So it was like he felt good about the sale. It's like that was awesome to me. That means a lot to me.
Sure.
And number three, he took photos of everything in the box as he was packing it away last night. He took videos of every single packaged, opened up with each piece of where it was supposed to be and the condition of it. There are, which I found, very, very common with everybody selling on their Catwoman. There's minor scratches along the neckline.
That's true.
Because of the hair. They're all like that. Every single one that I've looked at they all have that. So he was very upfront about the scratches. But just like, that is how you deal with somebody. Like that is how it should be done. You should do references. You should, again, as simple as saying, hey, hold this piece of paper with today's date on it in front of the statue. Mm-hmm. That guarantees that they have it, that it's legit or whatever. And then, that might make you feel better. But that's my advice to anybody watching. Do that. And again, this the above and beyond of, and then he sent all the tracking and the receipts and everything. He paid for shipping, which was incredible. Like Dan's doing with his lot. So there's a good way to do sales and a bad way.
Yep.
And I felt very good about that. But I did spend a lot of freaking money on those three statues. And again, it's like, I'm going to probably throw up after the show because I can't believe I spent that much. But again, like I just said to Eric, I feel like even if it's not something you're going to keep forever, it's one of those that I feel like it holds its value. And some of them are skyrocket in price compared to what they are retail.
Yeah.
But I mean, even if you get what you paid for it, like that's great.
Mm-hmm.
But these, unlike some pieces, have definitely held their value. I mean, does that give you comfort, Eric, knowing again that you would have probably an instant for him?
For now, because I think, although I think they might hold their value, but it does come to me. Sometimes I think that if they start making more samurai pieces, say if they make another Ivy, if they make another whatever's high in value, will the originals go down in price or not?
I think it depends. Like if you look at the original Batman, again, I did that review, and like Jeff said, everybody all of a sudden is selling theirs.
Their sugar.
They might look at their new one and say, it's really good, but I think I like that original one better.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Dan and Jeff said to me. They're like, yeah, it's great, but we just both love that original one.
Mhm.
And I freaking love it. It's like it has quickly become one of my all-time favorites in my collection.
Yeah.
I just love it. And I'm surprised because it was not something I originally had my eye on.
Right.
But sometimes, like Dan said the other night, it's just like sometimes it takes some time to grow on you.
Yep.
Chris, you had a super chat from Ryan. He said he actually sent you pictures of the measurements. I mean, you don't have to go over it now, but
okay. Ryan, thank you very much. $5 super chat. BSC, I just sent a pic to your business email with a view measurement for Eric. And Eric, it is an amazing statue, worth it. Okay, I'll try to pull it up here. Thank you very much for the super chat. Everybody give a like to this video for Ryan. Thank you guys for supporting us that way, Ryan. That's awesome. Thank you. I can't remember what I was saying, but I don't know. I feel like it's one that you could take a risk on, and it wouldn't be a big pain in the neck.
yeah, I mean, like I said, we're also coming down to like literally like an inch. I'm sure I can do something to make it work if I really had to.
Yep.
For sure.
Is there
But
any
at the
way
same time, I don't want it to be touching the walls either. So maybe an inch isn't too good. Really, I probably need like 1.5 inches, 2 inches.
I was going to say, is there any chance that you could pull that shelf out
Forward?
toward you a little bit more
I could.
so it clears the case?
I could.
I was just wondering because I did that with my Joker and Batman. Like I pulled it out a little bit, and so I don't know. Let me pull that photo up real quick. He did just send me.
I want to see the Mr. Freeze samurai piece.
That makes two of us.
Yes. When do you think that'll actually be shown? Do you think it'll be sooner or later?
I don't know. Can never tell with XM.
Does XM have a I don't know, a first half or even first quarter show and tell at all? You know, any kind of event?
They don't have any sort of production, I don't
They
think.
don't,
I mean,
right?
they just show things. I mean, they do. I can't remember what live event it was this year. They had a whole big showcase.
But it was in the fall, right?
No, well, maybe. Was that New York Comic Con? That was in the fall. So maybe it was like late summer.
Could have been.
I can't think. I think it's the one in Shanghai.
Like Wonderfest or something?
Was it? I don't remember. It had a different name. CXP something. What is that event called? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like CPX?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember when it was.
I feel like it was one of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you think Freeze will be big though? Like, do you think it'll be a big piece, or do you think they'll try to keep it?
I hope not.
I hope not either. I don't have the space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of space here, Eric, here is I don't know if you can see that or not.
Yeah, I see that. So
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about.
where did he met? He's all right. So he started from 4. So 4 inches to 13. Oh, wait.
He's probably looking at the tip of that batarang.
Does seem
The tip of the cape, I bet. The tip of the back of the cape, I bet.
5, 6.
yeah.
It just does not look that big, but it's crazy that it is. But again, these like Dan and I were talking the other night, like these pieces are kind of deceptive. They're way bigger in person than they seem like they are.
Yeah.
which
is crazy.
You know, the real way you need like 2 pieces of cardboard, and then you take the cardboard and you butt it up right to each side of the statue and then measure.
Yeah.
What I used to do.
They've teased that Freeze, and they've also teased the Riddler. I don't know if I'm as excited about the Riddler. Again, we've been like wanting one forever, but I don't know. Are you excited about a Riddler samurai? What do you think?
Would they do like a court jester type thing? Or I'm not sure what they would do for a samurai Riddler.
I don't know. I will also say this, and I'm not gonna say anything specifically what it is, but I did talk to Aang this week, and they are coming out with a new mystery piece. Again, I can't talk about it, but if you're a samurai fan, you might be very interested. That's all I'm gonna say. So
In what time
Beast-
frame?
do what?
When are they doing that?
Well, I don't know. But, they're working on it currently. I could say that. So,
Okay.
drum up a little excitement, anticipation. We can all speculate.
Can you say if it's a new character or is it something that's been previous character done?
I'm not going to say.
Okay.
I would assume they're working on multiple samurai pieces that we're not aware of.
I would assume.
Yeah.
I would definitely assume. I've just been privy to this one, but it's definitely going to make some collectors happy. And that's all I'm going to say. But I just want to put it out there in the universe that it might be something to get excited about. So
They're finally doing Samurai Batmite.
oh yes, finally!
About time.
Oh, you actually might have room for that one, Eric. I love it. That's awesome. Well, it is exciting, and again, it's exciting if you have started collecting this line. But again, I will warn you, just like everybody else warned me, it is a rabbit hole. And once you start seeing the quality of them, and you're like, okay, I get it now. I get it now. It's having one.
It's not even samurai. It's XM in general. Like their 6-scale line is incredible with details. And so I'm curious to see what they're going to do with their comic quarter scale line, because when it comes to details, they put them in there. So
it scares me. And like I said, I have avoided them for a long time because of space. And at the time, they really weren't doing comic book pieces. They were just, they didn't have the license. So I didn't really get the samurai line. I'm like, I just didn't. It's like, I'd rather have comic stuff. But once they announced that quarter scale license, like I'm terrified.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always felt in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, they're so overpriced.
yeah,
You can get a quarter scale for $600 from Sideshow, whereas it's a $1,200 purchase from XM. But I kind of get it too. Like I kind of get why it's more expensive. But they both have their place. They're both phenomenal. They're just different. They're both just different. I absolutely love my Sideshow pieces, and again, there's just a lot of love for right now for quarter scale, which is weird for me to say because I am such a third scale collector. But also, there's been a lot of like not third scale coming out.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's been such a big lull. Like, well, I'm looking for something else to collect then in the meantime. So it's been pretty exciting. But anyway, I think we've probably exhausted this topic. But anyway, Eric, if you do get it, congratulations. Because again, I know Dan is incredibly happy. And so many people are saying, Chris, you got to get the heroes. You got to get Nightwing. You got to get Robin. You guys know what happens when I buy heroes. What happens? I sell them. Yeah, I sell them. So I need to just stick to my guns on this one and know that I don't have a lot of extra room. And it does fit my theme again, Batman surrounded by his villains in a very, very different way. That's for sure. So anyway, I'm excited to unbox Joker maybe this weekend again. Dan, I don't know if you want to do that with me. If you're available sometime, I think maybe I could do it Saturday night or Sunday night. No, Sunday night's the Chiefs game. So probably Saturday night if you're available. If not, we'll bump it to next week. And then of course, again, I'm going to have next Tuesday, I have Ivy, Bane, and Catwoman arriving. So wow, it's going to be crazy, guys, on the channel. Yeah, it's going to be all at once. That's for sure. It's just nuts. So again, thanks to everybody that's reached out to me and said, hey, I've got one for sale. I've had to turn people down today, which is crazy. But again, thanks everybody for looking out for me. That is very, very awesome. So anyway, congratulations, Eric, if you decide to do it. If not, you've avoided a rabbit hole for sure, my friend. For sure. All right. Let's move on to topic number 2. And this is, just a topic about 2022. Obviously, 2021 had major issues with shipping increases, delays, production issues in some statues. Where do you guys think we're at with 2022? Like, this is the first show of the year, like we said. What do you think? Do you think 22 is going to be a repeat, or do you think things are going to get better? Let's talk about it.
I think in the first half, we're going to see a lot more of the same. I really do. I think the economy is driven by, it's only as good as the supply chain. And from an employment standpoint, the supply chain is weak. I know people in the transportation business, they're having a hard time hiring drivers. They're having a hard time keeping drivers. Logistics and that kind of thing. I know somebody's very high up at UPS, and he's like, it's just really, really hard right now. And I know, Amazon's having the same struggles, and the other big retailers, brick and mortar. I just think the supply chain is strained, and I think that's going to keep prices high. And I think for the first half, at least, we're going to see more of the same.
Do you think it'll be alleviated by Q3? Do you think it's still going to be a big chunk of the year?
I don't know. There's no signs of that right now. And the big curveball is, we're seeing this giant COVID spike right now. And, you see, God, so many people out of work, because as soon as you test positive, you're going home for some amount of time. And so what that does to the economy in general is really hard to say. Inflation's really high right now, because, the prices of everything are way up. So I think there are a lot of dependencies there. If the Fed raises interest rates, there's a lot of, give and push and pull in the economy. And right now, it just seems to me, my own personal opinion, it's all still going the same direction. But we might see, and maybe Jeff Delaney can speak to this because he lives next door to it, but we might see improvement at our ports, and that might help a little. I don't know what that's going to do to pricing per se, but we could see a little bit of pressure out of the pot there.
I think that's happening a little bit already. I mean, there's still a backup in LA and Long Beach, but it's not as bad as it was a month and a half ago. So there are some slight improvements starting. I agree. I think the first half of the year will be much the same, but I think we will see improvement in the third and fourth quarters.
What do you guys think about costs of statues? Like, do you feel like, obviously it seems like they increase every year, but also you look at like a sideshow that's actually gone down in price a little bit to kind of adjust to the world we live in. Where other companies, they seem to keep going up. Obviously there's a certain market share that keeps buying these, but also I feel like we've also seen some really small edition sizes from certain companies. So where do you guys see price point this year? Like, do you see things changing, or do you think things are just going to continue to go up?
I think they'll stay the same. I think everyone's going to operate at their current operating procedure until something breaks and they see a change coming.
Yep. I agree.
I mean, think about Sideshow. They just opened that pre-order for that new Dark Knight thing. That thing's huge, and it's $675. I mean, no one is coming close to that kind of pricing for a piece that big.
And like, people have put the scale next to like some third scale stuff. It's a big piece,
right?
Which is just crazy. Speaking of that piece, that was sculpted and art directed by Daniel Bell, who is a friend of the channel. I did mention the other night that he possibly might be on the show tonight. He is sick, unfortunately. I just talked to him today, and he was going to do like a little store tour. He has a store tour in his hometown, and he was going to film for us, and we were going to do kind of like a live remote thing, but he is under the weather, so we might bump that back to the next show. So anyway, I just want to say, feel better to Dan. Hopefully he'll be better. And again, congratulations on a really exciting piece. It's really awesome.
It's awesome.
Do you guys hear feedback? I feel like every time I'm talking, I hear feedback. Do you guys hear that?
Hear like some weird, it almost sounds like
like a duck.
What's that? The Peanuts with the teacher? It's like,
the teacher.
Yeah.
I've heard it all night.
I don't know what. It's got to be an echo from something. I don't know what.
I'll mute mine for now, just in case it's mine. But
all right, let's just see. Anybody hear anything? I don't hear it now.
I don't hear it.
Way to go, Eric.
I don't hear
it. No, it's funny. Oh, is it back? I don't know if I hear it. I don't know. I kind of do. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I hear it. I hear something.
I still hear it, and I was muted the whole time.
All right. Well, Who knows? Well,
I'll switch
anyway,
to my headphones either.
this video is sponsored by Charlie Brown tonight. So, you know,
All right.
quack, 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 quack. So anyway, it'll be an interesting year for sure to see kind of what happens. Again, we're all, you know, speculating, but again, hopefully prices continue to be consistent, like Jeff said. I also foresee a lot of companies doing more of their kind of professional video packages that they're doing, like next level. Yeah, it's back again, worse.
So yeah, I'm on my headphones and I hear it in my headphones now, so it's not me.
Yeah, so weird. Anyway, I've also been in contact with Queen Studios. They are going to be doing an event like that, you know, nice, real heavily produced video for us. And we are going to hopefully do a live reaction show to that. And then we're going to have Queen Studios on to react. So that'll be really fun to do a big epic night with them. So that's coming up as well. And they're celebrating some things. I just filmed something special for them for that presentation. So I'm excited about that. So again, be on the lookout for new reveals from them. Obviously, I think we're going to have a lot of new reveals from everybody, which is exciting. At the same time, I've been seeing some negativity, like certain companies like, well, you showed us 20, but you've only actually produced and given us 1. So it's like, you know, you keep showing us. So I do think that has to be rectified a little bit. Hopefully factories can get caught up. But I mean, do you think they will, or do you think companies need to slow down a bit?
I'm a little worried because there's like 4 Queen Studios pieces due in the first quarter. Are they all going to come at the same time?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is, it feels like it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Welcome Nathan Chapman to the house. Hello to you, Nathan. Yeah, everybody's like, I hear it. I don't know. I don't know what that.
I feel like it's only when Chris says something.
Yeah, I thought it was me, but I don't have anything going.
Never mind. I hear it. Okay, now
we'll just have silence. Let's just not talk for the rest of the show and just like sign language or something. We'll see.
Sounds like a woman. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
It's weird. I don't hear it.
It's weird. I don't know. We usually don't have that feedback, so I don't know what that's from. But and it's just sometimes I don't hear it. I don't hear it now. Oh well. Anything else you guys want to? Oh, Vane21 says it was in Chris's last video too.
Yeah, I didn't want to say. I heard the last video too. Also.
Well. Who knows? Sorry, guys. Anything else you want to talk about with this topic, or you guys want to move on to photos?
Well, I did pre-order 3 things.
Just now?
Yeah, really. When did you do that?
Since our last show.
Okay, all right. Well, hit us with it.
So the Queen Studios Museum Masterline Wonder Woman that just went up for pre-order like a week ago. The marble-looking one. So I did that.
Great piece.
And then if you watched my Black Canary video to the end, you'll know that I that feedback cracks me up.
I don't know. I know.
Anyway, it might surprise you, but after watching the Rad Titan video, I pre-ordered the Dark Side Spock.
Oh wow!
Now they were, Darkseid sent them one to review. So you have to assume they sent them one with excellent quality control. But they had nothing bad to say about that statue. They really loved it, and they thought the portrait was fantastic, which is essential for that piece. So even though I screamed to the heavens on this show and on Facebook and on Statue Forum about the price of that piece, which is still a stupid price, I ordered it.
That's awesome.
And I also ordered Captain Kirk.
That piece, I think that piece looks even better than the Spock, in my opinion. I was like, yeah. I've seen some new photos. By the way, I did just mute all of you. I was just testing it out because I can mute your mics, and
it's gone now.
I have Dan muted. And Dan. I haven't heard it since. Let me unmute.
Am I the offender?
Dan's watching the Charlie Brown in the background.
Sure. We're gonna see if it's back. We'll test it out. I've been because I can mute everybody, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, congratulations on those pieces. Like I guess I'm surprised. I was surprised that you got them.
Yeah, Spock was like a huge part of my childhood.
Yeah.
So that's why I was so angry about it, was because I really want the piece, but $1,300 seemed nuts for what's less than 26 inches tall. But after watching that review and realizing they only made 150 of them, I decided to go for it.
Well, that's awesome. Congratulations. I'm really anxious to see what you think in hand.
Yeah, I hope it comes soon. It says January, February, so we'll see.
Wow, quick. That's awesome. Yeah. I obviously I'm very excited about their Catwoman reveal. We'll look at those photos, but that got a lot of positive buzz. So I'm excited for them. They even like asked me, like, because that was a big deal for me for letting me, premiere those photos. And that was just such an honor. They trusted me with those. But even after the fact, they're like, what did you think of the pictures? What would you tweak? They were really interested in my thoughts on it. Just as a YouTube reviewer. And I thought that was really cool that they reached out like that. Because, I think a lot of the companies are finding that if they listen to the fans and they listen to the community, that they're going to sell more items. They're going to, it's smart. It's smart business. And so I was really impressed with kind of the way they handled their business doing that. So I thought that was really cool. But congratulations on your pre-orders. That's exciting.
Thank you.
That's very, very cool.
Hey, Chris, I changed microphones.
I was going to say, I haven't heard it since.
I haven't heard it yet.
So, well, I am the offender.
Mea culpa. We won't boo you too hard, We're glad we can hear you. But I am going to kind of miss the teacher from Charlie Brown. Kind of a special little thing there, so that's all right.
It did sound a little bit like your wife, Dan.
Oh, no.
Oh, you're gonna get in so much trouble now.
Oh my God! What else is new?
I hope she's not watching the show.
What else is new?
Ryan says Jeff is a Trekkie. Absolutely.
Oh my God! I'll talk about it when I do the review.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
I'm a major Trekkie too. That was my dad. That was his favorite movie. It was Bond and Trek. That was like our two things that we always shared together. Of course, we watched Star Wars and everything else, but his favorite was Star Trek. I mean, he grew up on that show, obviously, and also James Bond. But man, that was always a special. We always went to all the new Star Trek movies. Of course, the Shatner ones were my favorite. They were so good back then. But that's awesome. Super chat. Thank you very much, Jason. Chris, we are all together here because everyone loves you and wants you to get the help you need. The first step is the hardest. Give me your wallet. Yeah, that's yeah. This is definitely not the first time we've had an intervention for me on the show. That's for sure. But we have to do that for each other from time to time. And we also have to enable each other from time to time. And so that's okay. That's okay. That's what makes this hobby so much fun. So anyway, thank you very much, Jason. That's awesome for supporting us like that. Again, if you guys do super chats, again, that does go right back in the channel. So thank you guys again for supporting us that way. You're just all amazing. So thank you. Anything else? Anything else you want to do before we look at photos?
Let's do it.
Nope.
Okay. I didn't think we had that many, but we have, well over, I think 130 tonight again. So
wow.
It's just like this time of year is kind of slow. It seems like, like we don't have a ton of reveals, but a lot of people have been getting things in hand. So it's kind of cool to be able to actually see production and kind of do all that stuff. So it's really cool. All right, let's go into it. All right. So here's our first photo, and is this thing showing up on screen? This little box?
Yeah.
Is that usually there? I don't think it's usually there. Anyway, I'm sorry if it's in the way, but somebody posted this for the 12 Days of Sideshow, which I thought was hilarious. And these were all the things we didn't get.
Yeah.
Penguin premium format, Two-Face, but we did get some good reveals. Were you guys overall let down by that event, or do you think our expectations at this point are just too high?
Oh, was that me?
I think it was based on what it's been for the past couple of years, I think it's been what I expected. Although I have to say, I didn't expect whatever it was, 4 or 5 art prints. Personally, as I've said in the Facebook group, and I think even on the show, I'm a big fan of Sideshow's print work. I think they do a great job. They have great partnerships with the artists. They do deals, and make available great editions of, some of I know who are a lot of our favorite artists. So the framing, they do a very nice job on the framing if you buy it that way, and the prices are reasonable. So I'm sure it's a very good profit center for them in a time that's got to be really difficult to sell statues.
Yep.
At least in the volumes that they're used to. So that's about what I expected. I thought it was okay. I think I don't know. I would have liked to see one other Batman related piece, but I'm sure people were happy that saw that Witcher set.
Yeah. And that's the thing is I said in my video that it's like it was not a super exciting event for me,
right?
But it just wasn't the pieces I was looking for.
Yeah, exactly.
But, there was a lot of variety there, and I agree with you. And I don't know if the rest of the guys feel this way, but I feel like the art prints really didn't have a place in it.
I agree.
They can release those any day of the week.
Yeah, it's the wrong venue. It seems it doesn't match up, but
yeah, the last 2 years I thought were fairly strong. So this year to me was a disappointment, even though there were a few really nice pieces. That Darth Vader is pretty nice.
Yeah. Well, and that's Jeff, cool. You posted like the reveals from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And just how like every day was a premium format.
Yeah. All 3 of those Sideshow originals that we talked about earlier were teased on the same day during 12 days.
Wow.
So that was one day.
Yeah. So again, I really think it is just a reflection of the world we're living in right now, that people maybe aren't buying, or Sideshow isn't just going to produce as much as they had been because of the way things are going, which is unfortunate. We were always hoping for more, but I feel like it's just one of those things where we say it all the time. It's cliche, but we just have to be patient, I think sometimes.
I agree. Yeah.
Jeff Morris, what did you think of the 12 days? Did you find some things that you were excited about, or were you kind of meh?
Nah, I didn't expect anything, considering how things have been from them the last year or so.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it is what it is, and like I said, we'll cover some of these things tonight. We'll look at some of these things. I had to show you this picture that was in the group. Of course, need money for Batman figures. I just thought that was too funny. Too funny. Look at this thing.
Yeah.
Did you see the video of them carrying it up the stairs?
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Like 4 guys.
Four guys to move this thing. So this is the Queen Studios piece. Obviously, they did a silicone bust that was pretty sizable. This is more like life size, and this is all sculpted. There's no silicone on this guy. But we were joking, like it's like literally like a full pallet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how much do you think shipping is on this, guys? Do you want to just like make a guess?
No. Lots.
Oh my God, I can't even imagine. You think over $1,000?
Has to be.
Has to be.
Yeah, has to be.
And I can't remember how much he retailed for.
No.
But
I think wasn't it 8? I think 8,000.
Wow. So like, if you're going to spend that much, wouldn't you want like the whole figure? Or would it be too big? I guess it'd be too big.
Big. Yeah, it'd be 10 feet tall.
Yeah, it'd be nuts. I think it looks great. I think it turned out really great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it looks really good.
It looks really fantastic. Awesome. So I don't know how many of these they sold, but good Lord, congratulations to anybody that gets this thing. And I do apologize to your wallet and also to your UPS driver.
Yeah.
Because they are going to hate you. Hate you. All right, we mentioned this one earlier. This is the Dark Knight Returns quarter scale revealed at the 12 Days of Sideshow. I think arguably the biggest hit of the reveal, don't you think?
The one with the most discussion, I would say, yeah.
Yeah. And it's been good and bad. I've heard a lot of positives. I've heard negatives. Obviously, like Jeff mentioned earlier, this piece is incredibly big for a quarter scale and at a great price point. Again, sculpted by Daniel Bell. I'll kind of scroll through these photos and you guys talk about what you like about it or don't like about it.
What caught me off guard with this piece is when I think it was Jeff put in the chat, like the dimensions of it. Because I always thought of Sideshow when they do their quarter scale, like, you know, like premium formats, that they try to stay to like a certain size, you know, to, you know, please their customers. Because it made me think of the Galactus. Remember how the Galactus, everybody complained it was too small?
Too small.
And I was like thinking, oh, well, that's Sideshow. They like to kind of stay on the smaller side of things. So maybe that's why they did that. And then they go and release this. This thing's like 32 inches tall, 20 inches deep. It's like crazy.
Isn't this cheaper than that Galactus was?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Because that was a maquette.
Mm-hmm.
We all know what that means. Mo money. But this was way bigger. It is a light up feature.
Mm-hmm.
Sculpted by one of the most talented artists that we know. It's
Mhm.
massive and it was cheaper.
Yeah.
Like how do you explain that? You can see how big this is. I mean, it's massive.
31 inches tall.
Which again is the size of like a third scale.
Yeah.
Height wise.
Yeah. I think what you're seeing is the first of maybe a trend of Sideshow allowing some of their artists to be project manager on the piece that they're working on. And so you might get some things outside of the normal constraints of Sideshow's art direction.
I like that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, let the artist be the artist.
Yeah, we got the sculpted cape.
Yep.
Exactly.
Cape looks great.
And I think that a lot of people have problems with the lightning bolt. And I've been thinking a lot about this.
That right there.
Yeah.
They say it's like an ice shard, like a sliding down ice.
I think part of the problem is obviously this is an homage to the cover of Dark Knight #1. And with Dark Knight #1, you know, you've got this lightning bolt that goes off the cover. You know, the comic book has the constraints of its cover.
Sure.
And your brain fills in that lightning bolt continues to the sky. You don't have that with the statue.
Right.
Yeah.
It just ends.
Right.
And so I think it doesn't, your brain doesn't automatically fill in that space. And so I think people are more critical about it because of that.
Yeah. It was also that it was too wide or too big, but it's, I mean, if you can't make it any skinnier, it's holding up Batman. I mean, for anybody that knows the Dark Knight, you immediately look at this, you know it's from the cover. You don't think of it like as an ice shard or something. So.
Right.
And don't you see this as like a more higher quality piece of art?
I agree.
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. I mean, maybe that's what's throwing people, but like, I really appreciate fine art, and this is what this is. This is an art direction that is, in my opinion, spectacular.
Yeah.
I get where people might say, "Oh, it looks like this or that," but like the idea, the concept, the execution here is brilliant to me. And I tip my hat to Daniel Bell. I tip my hat to Sideshow letting this happen at this price point. Again, it's not my Batman, which kills me because I really do want this piece. I don't know if I'm going to end up with it or not. But I love the art direction of it. Like, I think that looks fantastic.
You know what's brilliant about it is that when you look at it first, you think, oh, it's an homage to the cover of #1. But then you say, well, wait a minute. That battle damage that he has all over him, that's from #2. Oh, wait a minute. That Joker base where it looks like he has a broken jaw, that's from #3.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing an homage to the entire series in this one. Not just one image from the cover of #1.
Yep.
I think it's awesome.
And it just awesome. goes to show you, because Daniel Bell has told us this is his favorite Batman. This is his favorite Batman story. And he is a major Batman fan, like so many of us. This was his dream piece. And you can see that he put love into it.
Yep.
Not only in terms of his amazing anatomy, but like just like the lightning hitting the rock and rock would explode, right? I mean, it's just... Yeah. It's well thought out. And again, I know not everybody likes the Joker base, or they would have maybe preferred something different. But I don't know. I think he did a phenomenal job.
So the this is the whole thing, right? There's no exclusive, right? It's like what you see is what you get, right?
This is it.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is it. I said that I am a little bit worried. Like, I feel like with their Bane piece, very similar effect with the blood. Bane had that on his elbows and his knuckles, and in actual paint execution, it was more dull than what was shown in the prototype. I do worry that there'll be some dulling down of these areas, whereas I feel like it looks really bloody here.
Mhm.
And I like that. I like that grittiness. So that's my only thing that I worry about with this piece is just maybe some dulling down of color. But I don't know. I think it looks fantastic.
And it's a third quarter release this year.
Wow, I didn't even see that. That's crazy.
It's this summer. It's like July to September or something.
Are you picking this one up, Jeff?
I don't know. I don't know where I'd put it, so I'm having a hard time deciding because this does not pair with anything.
No, it is a standalone piece, and that's where the problem is. But that might be what's good about it,
Right?
is you don't feel like you have to do anything with it. Like it could just be its own thing. Like if you have a spot on your desk or if you have a spot in your display that's kind of this little space, well, not little. I mean, you're gonna need some room with 22 wide.
Yeah.
And height especially, but I don't know. Like I feel like I need this in my collection just because it's so iconic.
Yeah. Nathan is asking if they've announced the edition size. They have not, but expect it to be large, not only because it's going to be popular, but I think this is one that Sideshow is going to want to have in stock for a while.
Yeah, I do too. Anyway, again, just a really impressive piece from Daniel Bell, and congratulations to him on another piece. And I gave Daniel a hard time in the group this week. I said, this is great and all, but we're ready for our villains next. So we'll see how he responds to that.
Yeah.
I thought this was very interesting right here. Somebody put this in the group. This is the Iron Studios piece right here next to the Daniel Bell piece, and the Daniel Bell piece is less money.
Yep.
Wow.
So it just goes to show you the pricing right now on some Iron Studios pieces are a little high.
Yeah.
But holy crap. I mean, that's just nuts to look at these two together. Pretty shocking.
Yep.
All right, let's look at Catwoman. This was, again, a final design piece from Dark Side Collectible Studio. Again, Jeff just mentioned them earlier. He's getting the Captain Kirk and Spock. What do you guys think of this Catwoman? What do you think of how she's looking?
Looks good to me.
Yeah.
Again, this is third scale, so it might not be for everybody. Their price points. What did you think about the Star Trek price points, Jeff? I mean, it seems like they're a little high.
They're stupid high. I'm a complete idiot for ordering it, to be honest. Captain Spock should be $9.95 tops. He has a very simple base. When he's $13.05 on Sideshow's site. There are Prime 1 pieces that are enormous that you can get for $13.05
or less.
Yeah, and it explains why. And I'm hurting myself here by saying this. Spock has been up for pre-order for almost 2 years. The exclusive is only $150 and it's still available.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Do you think it's because they were unproven?
I think it's because they're unproven and because the price is too high.
So if that's what they're charging for quarter.
No, that's 1/3.
What?
It's 1/3.
Oh, the Star Trek pieces are third?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then. So maybe this will be similar. I was just going to say, like, maybe they're right now, as they're getting started, they're passing the price on to the consumer because of the licensing fees.
Maybe.
They announced a lot of crazy licenses for a new company.
Yeah.
We talked about it, and it's just like unheard of.
Yeah.
The fact that they get these licenses to do a Nicholson or Keaton, and again at third scale, it's very exciting. But maybe that's why they're passing some of that on to consumers. Maybe, I don't know.
And then the Picard one is 200 more.
Really?
Yeah. And then they came out with Kirk that has no switch outs for 1,200. So they went down a little bit.
Okay, well, maybe they realized.
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, obviously they're going to want to be successful and sell as many of these things as they can.
Kirk is the first one that has the ES is to be determined.
Okay. This also has a unmasked portrait, which I love. I'm still hoping they'll do one with the tattered mask and her hair sticking out. I've heard so many people want that look. That's definitely a look that I think that they can achieve. I think the likeness is good here. I know so many people just bought the Tweeterhead piece and it's incredible. I love that piece. But I'm definitely very intrigued with seeing this in person. I can't wait. I have a feeling I'm going to be able to see this in person from Darkside. Kind of working with them. And it's just very exciting to see what they're going to do. Especially I'm very excited with I think it was smart that they did this one first. And kind of build up to a Nicholson maybe reveal, because obviously that's one that people really, really want, and a Keaton in third scale. Since kind of I don't think we're going to get it from Prime 1 at this point.
What do you think of her body? I've heard several people that posted they don't really think that's a Michelle Pfeiffer body. That she's too tall.
Now that you say that, I do feel like she might look a little tall.
Because I think she's only 5'7".
But maybe, I don't know, maybe a little long in the torso, maybe, or long. Or
Those
maybe
legs look a little long.
Legs. Maybe it's the legs.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to say because we don't really know the scale compared to somebody else,
Right.
But I could see that maybe a little bit. I think the Tweeterhead did a really good job on her body.
Yeah.
I mean, she doesn't feel too tall.
Right.
So I think that's a fair critique, possibly. I do love the claws open up. I think that's really cool. It's I like that she's kind of like walking toward us.
Yeah.
It's seductive, but still not too boring either. I don't know. I like it. I'm excited to see it. Obviously, these are just renders, but I think, that video's getting close to 10,000 views. So obviously there's a lot of interest in what the studio is going to do with this piece. So I'm hoping it's awesome.
Yeah.
Getting into some of the 12 days of Sideshow stuff. We have the Phoenix and Jean Grey Maquette. A lot of confusion with this one. It seems like they kind of went classic and then kind of more modern on other parts. What do you guys think about this one? And obviously it has the M word, which means it's going to be maybe pricey.
Yeah, and what's the scale? I mean, usually their dios are 1/5. So I'm not.
It's 1/5 to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a weird combination of costumes that people are confused about why she'd have that costume with that Phoenix costume. It doesn't seem right.
It's a cool looking piece though. I mean, it's got some, with the wings and everything, it's kind of a cool piece.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm anxious to see. And I was kind of surprised they didn't just announce the scale. I thought they might do that with this, but I doubt this is going to be quarter.
Yeah, Justin makes a good point. It's like, why would they go with the green Phoenix costume instead of the dark Phoenix costume?
Yeah, I've heard that time and time again. Like, no one can understand why they did that.
Yeah.
Unless there's like a storyline, maybe that I don't know. I don't follow X-Men, so I don't know. But
right.
But obviously, this is like the more of the Jim Lee, right, in the 90s.
That's more like the animated show.
Yeah.
Suit.
Yeah. I mean, was she ever green in the animated series like that? Like, maybe that's what they're inspiring from. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
But hopefully, we'll get to see more of that soon. I mean, sometimes we don't see these revealed for a full year.
Yeah.
But we still haven't seen that whole Clint Eastwood line. That was 12 days last year.
That's true.
Yeah.
Maybe they're having trouble signing off on the likeness or something.
Maybe.
You brought this one up earlier. This is the Mythos Darth Vader. Me personally, I still like the original one, but I know not everybody can find that one. So I think this is a great alternative. Although I think I said in my video that they also just had a premium format recently that I think I like maybe a little bit better than this. What do you guys think of this piece?
I think they're going to sell a boatload of them.
I think it's cool. I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a stylized version, obviously, but I think it fits the line well.
I do too. And it's definitely somebody was bringing that up, that there's definitely like a version 1 series and then a version 2 series.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, this is definitely version 2.
Yeah.
With that current art direction.
Right.
And I don't know who sculpts the Mythos line. I'm not. Oh man, I don't even know.
Well, whenever I think Star Wars at Sideshow, I think Matt Black.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's doing all of them or some of them, but he's one of those guys where, you know, when you're bored, search for Matt Black on Sideshow's site, and you'll be shocked at how many pieces he's a part of.
I feel like he is so underrated. Like he is a phenomenal sculptor, and I don't feel like he gets near enough credit.
I agree.
The Kacharik brothers just did the recent ones.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, the
Kenobi,
the Darth Maul, and the Ventress. And those are part of the Mythos, right? Yeah,
That's
150.
right. Yeah, the Ventress. Yeah,
Okay.
That's a great piece.
Yeah, it's very, very popular. Beautiful piece. But anyway, congratulations to anybody that's collecting this line. Obviously, again, if you can't get the originals, did you guys see like his skins exposed?
Yeah,
on there, like his clothes are tattered. Like there's a lot of great detail.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's neat.
Tape.
Really nice. This was kind of a surprise that they revealed some Tweeterhead pieces that we've already seen revealed in statue form. What was that event in California, Jeff?
PowerCon.
Yeah, PowerCon. They already had this on display.
Yeah, it wasn't painted, so we got to see a little color. But other than that, not much new there.
But this is just a render.
Yeah.
So I was surprised. Again, I know so many people are very excited about this line. It's obviously doing very, very well for Tweeterhead. So it was cool to be able to see this revealed. But again, we always want to see new reveals, you know?
Sure.
This was one of their art prints. This is one I can't see them selling very many of. I feel like WandaVision's kind of come and gone.
Yep.
Maybe if this was a year ago, maybe coming out, but I thought this was a weird print.
I think it would be a cool poster.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, it looks like a good advertisement for the show.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I agree.
But I would not spend a lot of money on it.
Yeah. I was real surprised by this one. I mean, it's a cool print, but I don't know.
Chris, really appreciate this. When WandaVision was on the air, we went to Disneyland.
Nice.
And we're walking through California Adventure, and they had a setup with a backdrop of their house in the show.
Oh, that's cool.
With a couch in the living room. And then about 15 feet set back from that, they had a TV like this one with the screen part cut out. So you could sit on the couch and then someone could take a picture of you through the TV.
That's neat.
So you're on TV. It was really cool.
That is really cool. That's awesome. That's a cool idea. Disney always does such great things like that. They're very creative. So that art print I don't really like, but this one I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great.
This is cool. And again, I got a lot of people talking like, are they going to do a new Zatanna?
I think they will.
I think they will too. I think it's hard to beat the original. I think that was a beautiful piece. But some people have said that this is kind of a weird shape for a Sideshow art print. That it was a little bit long.
It's got like that carnival type.
Yeah.
Like that.
But I really love it. I mean, the octopus back there, it's just very cool.
So I asked the artist, John Cavini, on Facebook, are we going to get a PF of this? And he said, oh my God, that would be my dream to have one of my prints made into a statue. So he wasn't saying, he gave the impression that he has no knowledge of that, but he didn't come out and say one way or the other.
That is very exciting.
They'll do it.
It's a great print.
I was going to say something, but I bet I shouldn't. I've been talking to an artist this week. No, that's all. No.
That's all.
I'll wait for that reveal. All right. So we also had a Thor premium format. Again, people kind of questioned like, they just had that great Daniel Bell piece come out not too long ago. But this is a sculpted with a fabric cape classic Thor. And it's been a minute since we've had a classic Thor. But what do you guys think of this piece?
It looks cool.
Yeah.
I think it pairs up nice with the new Captain America they just released. Well, showed off.
Who sculpted this one?
I don't know if isn't it it's what's his face who always does the real big muscles.
Canale?
No, it's not Canale.
Are you sure? I think it might be.
Oh, maybe it is.
I think it is.
Whoever it was posted that they did it. Like they.
Yeah, I think
maybe it is Canale because I follow him.
I think it is.
So anyway, I mean, congratulations if you're a Thor collector. I'm sure a lot of people want to pick this one up. So that was a good surprise. A lot of people were pissed though. They're like, why are they doing Loki? Why aren't they doing some of the other characters? And I get that.
And some people don't like the fabric cape.
But I'm going to be honest with you guys out there. You know, as much as we want these new characters, I don't think some companies are going to take very many risks right now. Yeah. I just don't think they're going to.
Well, but the fact that we got Cap and Thor in classic costumes makes you think we're going to get Iron Man and Hulk.
I hope so.
Well,
I'm not a Marvel guy, but I love classic Iron Man.
But those are characters that'll sell.
Yep. But it's been a long time since we had an Iron Man.
It's been
comic-based Iron Man.
Yeah.
That's not a movie.
Yeah, except for the Avengers Assemble.
Which is a different scale.
Which is right. Exactly. So it's been a very long time since the early days of Sideshow, right?
Yeah, it's been a while.
We also saw the He-Man and Battle Cat Classic. Again, this is going to be from Tweeterhead. This was also printed. It was not, it didn't have paint yet. But I know a lot of people are really excited about that. And a lot of people are hoping they do a Skeletor to go with it.
And this one's 1/6 instead of 1/6.
Yeah, which is weird that they did two different scales. That maybe because, I don't know. Maybe they're gonna. I can't remember what Chad told me.
I imagine it would be to keep the price down, but this is from their classics line that is supposed to stick more to the original concepts rather than updating them in any way.
Yeah, so that'll make a lot of fans happy too. You kind of get the best of both worlds.
Oh, there are a lot of fans eagerly awaiting the price on this. They're concerned it might be too expensive, but Igo has been very responsive on statue forum to questions about this piece.
Well, that's good. Well, hopefully we'll find out soon. I would imagine it's going to go up on pre-order soon.
Yeah.
We also had a Alex Ross art print revealed at Sideshow, 12 Days of Sideshow. So
that's pretty cool.
Again, it's always nice to have Alex Ross. Let's talk about this one. I think Jeff just ordered this one, correct?
I did.
Beautiful piece.
Cool. Yep.
Yeah, it's a funny piece. I mean, it's funny that they went with a movie costume when Superman and Batman are in comic-based costumes. But I got to admit, those wings look awesome.
Why do you think they did that?
But I think because the wings look awesome.
Maybe so. But it's like, this is Gal Gadot. And the other pieces, like you said, are comic book based. So it is very interesting. But, I mean, there's no question, like the paint apps on these look amazing. And
the only concern I have, and I don't know why they did it, the coloring on Wonder Woman is very similar to Superman, but Batman it's more yellowish. And I don't know why they didn't match the marble look of all three.
Let me show you what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So
see, there's a difference there.
Yeah, there's Superman's more of a white.
Yeah.
Like a white marble.
Yep.
And I really thought all three were going to be different. That's kind of what I thought they were going for, like all three different sorts of, carved stone.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can definitely see a lot more yellowish on the Batman.
Yeah.
But I wanted to show you this.
Yeah, she looks awesome.
Right here, price point $415.
Yeah.
Wow.
The other two are $350.
It's just crazy, right?
Yeah.
And again, these might not be everybody's cup of tea art direction wise, but they're definitely going to stand out. They're definitely going to be different.
Yeah.
And
do you have a picture of all three together?
I thought I did, but I don't think I do.
They look really good.
They do. And I mean, they were obviously very well art directed and designed. I mean, look at that. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Matt's asking if I bought all three. The answer is yes, I did.
Yes, you did. Where are those going?
I don't know, but you know what? I don't think they're going to take a lot of space. Those bases are pretty small.
It's very narrow. Yeah, very small base.
Yeah.
Low profile. And I like that they tucked her wings in, which was smart.
Yeah.
And then again, Batman, Superman, very narrow.
I'm also interested in how many collectors are going to have those repainted.
Oh, I never thought of that. There'll be some.
Yep.
And why not Queen Studios do it?
Right.
Why not have a marble version and then a painted version? Why not?
Yeah.
But they look good together, that's for sure. There you can really see the yellow difference there
Yeah.
between the two. But congratulations.
Yeah, those look awesome.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm looking forward to them.
Well, maybe Batman's supposed to be like more weathered and dirty looking. I don't know.
That's
Maybe.
kind of what I thought, being that it's his cape, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it does reflect on the character more, that he's more dirty and, dark. And I think that's a valid point. Everybody's telling me to buy this guy this week. We got to see Red Hood from XM Studio. This is part of their Samurai line. I know Dan's getting this one.
Yep.
And what do you think of the paint?
I think it looks great.
They're still tweaking it, according to Ang. But I do think the colors look better than the prototype did, especially on the base. This is meant to be a bathhouse, which is what they are doing. And I really love this look with this helmet. Is that how you would display him, Dan, with that helmet?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't post any other photos, but it's still cool because all we got to see before was renders. So this is actually a printed statue.
Smaller footprint too, which is nice.
Yeah.
Unusual.
I'm still trying to justify if I can make him a villain. That's my goal.
I know a lot of people love that, but that's my least favorite from the Samurai line.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just not really into it. I don't know.
Well, that's okay.
Yep.
That's okay. I saw this posted today.
Yikes.
And yikes, right?
Yeah.
There's a reason behind this.
Okay, so talk. I have no idea. So tell us about it.
Okay. So they applied filters to the image to make it look more like the original movie poster. And they said, please be patient, wait for, isn't just a couple of days away when it gets revealed, like tomorrow or something.
Who makes this?
He says, you'll see lots of pictures and you're going to like them a lot more than you're liking this picture.
Is this Henri?
Yeah, this is
Henri, and so they do great work.
Yeah, they did the RoboCop.
Yeah, and you ordered that one.
Yeah, this is the police station scene, which has been done before by other companies.
Yes.
But I'm going to hold out judgment until I see the actual pre-order photos.
But yeah, I had the same thing. Like, yikes! Like, whoa, this looks awful.
Alex from Rad Titan posted on Facebook, like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Is like, yeah, like, what? Like, why would you even post this? But if they're making the poster, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And again, they did that awesome Superman. They did that awesome RoboCop. And that really cool Batman too. Didn't they do the one where he's leaping through the window? I think that was them.
I don't remember leaping through the window. Which one's that?
He was crashing into the goon. It's a really neat piece. I think that's who made that one. It's not out yet.
I'm not sure.
I'll send you a photo of it if I can find it. But really cool. So anyway, we'll reserve judgment. We'll be patient.
Yep.
This was teased not only by the artist, but also XM, and this is going to be the Four Horsemen. And I don't know anything about it.
Wow.
Looks a lot like a custom piece I've seen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, this is done by XM. And so obviously it's still a work in progress, but this is going to be part of, I'm assuming it's a comic book series, maybe?
I don't know.
But the artist said that it's part of his Four Horsemen. So I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see it. I mean, to me, it kind of borders on Samurai a little bit. So I don't know.
I'll send you guys pics in the chat.
Of the custom?
Yeah, it's a scarecrow on horse.
Interesting.
The horse looks exactly the same. Well, I guess horses for the most part look the same, but it's armored the same as that.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what XM does with that. So you guys see this? Man.
Yeah.
This is a DT tube. And he has a great review of this if you haven't seen it, but this is in hand, and I think he looks phenomenal. I showed this to my wife, and all she said was, whoa.
Yeah.
And you don't get very many whoas from her. If you show her statues, most of the time she could care less, but she was very impressed.
DT posted on Facebook close-ups of his hand. He's actually got fingerprints.
Well, look at this.
Wow.
Look at the hair on his knuckles.
Yeah.
You guys see that?
Yeah.
And look at
crazy.
the bruising right there around his knuckle.
Mm-hmm.
Like I saw that today. I was like, oh my God, that is little hairs on his finger.
That's insane.
You can see his hair. You can see the pores in his skin. Like even like the little like bits of beard in the back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just minute detail. Again, obviously that hand punch, just very similar to the bat fleck. Like, you know, just his eyes, his eyebrows. Like it's just, again, it's just next level. And that's why they can charge $4,000 for these.
Yeah.
It just makes me very excited to get the Joker and Harley. Hoping we get those this year. This is from In Chan's Place. Give him a shout out. He does a lot of great art print things on his channel. He was a little bit critical about this piece. Did you guys watch his review?
No, I haven't seen it.
No.
He was a little critical, not of the sculpt, but of the clothing. He felt like the colors were wrong. But what do you think of the sculpt? How he turned out? I think it looks pretty darn good.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Some of the angles, it looks a little bit off compared to the prototype.
Yeah.
To me, he brings up the point that the makeup is a little bit different. Like a lot of times in the movie, like his makeup went up onto his cheek. But I still think the sculpt. I mean, you can definitely tell who that is. There's no question.
Yeah. I like the eyes. He has that like intense look.
Yeah, it's very like he's mad.
Yeah,
which I like. I think the hair could still be stylized a bit compared to the prototype, but still, it's looking good. So if you're a collector that bought this, I think you're in good hands. This was teased by XM, but I can't remember now who it is.
Oh, isn't that the Harley? Or no? Is it? Wait,
Yeah.
No.
That
Is
goes
that
with the
White Knight?
motorcycle.
That's White Knight Harley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen this then, Dan?
No.
He said no.
Okay, so what do you think?
Let's see the rest of it, but I like the pose.
Yeah, I guess that would be the mallet. That makes
And I
sense.
like the little wrought iron fence down there.
Looks like she's on like a grave, maybe.
It looks like she's standing on some, you know what it's just a silhouette, so take it with a grain of salt, but it kind of reminds me of the that lamppost, you know,
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, that's right.
At the end
With
of
the block,
Yep.
like an end post.
Yep.
So do you think these will join together, kind of, sort of?
If that matches somehow,
that'd be
my
awesome.
God, that would be awesome.
You're in so much trouble.
Oh, I already said I have to apply the brakes on Samurai, so that because in anticipation of this and the Joker, because they'll definitely do Joker as well.
Yeah.
And I'll definitely buy them both.
Oh, how brilliant would that be, though, if they could all fit together?
Oh my God!
And I'm not talking about snapping together, but I'm saying like work together as a three.
It would be incredible.
It would be awesome. And you're
Yeah,
going to take up some real estate.
That looks like brick to me, right? The little jag, it kind of looks like it could be brick and crumbling brick, kind of. So if that matches the end of that motorcycle statue, that would be incredible.
It would make sense.
Yeah.
And you know what else I noticed just now?
What's that?
She's at an angle.
Yeah.
She is at an angle.
And the bike's at an angle.
And the bike's at an angle.
So that right there.
Yep.
Dan, I think it's going to match.
I hope you're right. I wonder when they're going to show us this, though.
I don't know. I bet within the next 2 quarters.
Yep.
So anyway, I had no idea who that was. Thank you guys for telling us. And now I bet Dan's like drooling at the mouth right now.
I am drooling.
Yep.
Awesome.
Oh, there's another photo. I thought that was a pretty good photo of him.
That looks better.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's better lighting.
Yeah.
But like the likeness is very good. I think the hair's better here too.
The hair is agreed.
Yeah.
Wow, that looks like a completely different color hair too because of the light.
Yeah, it's like this is in like a studio, but this just again real different.
Just looks
it looks better. This was an XM piece, and I think Jeff, you know which one this is. I think you've talked about it before.
Oh, it's
Frank Cho.
yeah, it's Frank Cho.
Jungle Queen.
Yeah, Jungle Queen. Yeah.
So this has started to ship. I think she looks fantastic.
Yep. She's got 2 portraits, and the clothes are removable.
Optional.
Yeah.
Optional.
Optional.
Yep.
Is that the other portrait? I think no, it's the same. But I think she looks really good. I think she turned out really great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw this in person at Comic-Con. It looked pretty cool.
And it's really close to the art, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely Frank Cho's style.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's got like that funny,
Yeah, the kind of whimsical,
surprised looks
Yeah.
on the little character.
Very sexualized, obviously.
Yeah.
This was a big conversation piece this week, talking about this piece from XM.
Yeah.
Whereas everybody said like it's people were, and I don't remember who it was, but somebody wouldn't let it go. Like they just kept bringing it up.
Is that the one though? I don't know if that's the one. I think it was the Star Scream, right? There it is. Yeah, that one.
I think isn't that the same? Maybe
No,
not.
that's not the same one.
So anyway, XM has shown like this is side by side with other pieces. Did you guys see this controversy this week?
Yeah, it's been going on for a few weeks actually.
Oh, really? That long?
Yeah, it comes back and then.
So where do you weigh in on it? I mean, do you think that these are?
So the original poster posted pictures. Mainly, it was just like of the hands. So the guy on I don't know their names. The guy on the left has a lot smaller hands.
I think
than
one's
the guy on the right.
Starscream and one is Soundwave.
They were saying he was out of scale. Then Alex was posting. I don't know if he posted this pic showing they're the same height, and that's how they are. Starscream's shorter, in the animated series or whatever the comics, and it's accurate. But the guy's stuck on the point that he doesn't have enough, like girth and his hands. Everything should be the same. So I don't know.
Yeah, he kept bringing up volume.
Yeah,
Like,
the bulk of them,
So I mean,
I mean the picture Alex posted, it does show that Starscream is smaller. I mean, it's weird. Like some pictures they're the same size, some pictures it depends on the reference that you look at. But.
Yeah, and it wasn't Starscream's height a little bit higher, I think, which could sometimes make it look bigger. I don't know. But like I get like collectors obviously want things to scale up nicely, but
yeah,
when you look at any company, they don't always scale perfectly. Prime One doesn't. I mean, even Prime One's own products, like if you put it like we were talking earlier, like a movie piece next to another movie piece, it might not scale right. So it does suck, but
I mean, right there it looks fine. I mean,
yeah. As I say, to me, it looks the same size. So anyway, that's been kind of a controversial thing this week. I think this is incredible. This was up for pre-order today from Prime One. Did they ever show this or tease it? I don't remember them doing that.
I don't remember seeing it. Well, I was surprised when I saw it just a few hours ago.
Yeah, it's just like the likeness is insane.
Yep.
Yeah,
we didn't see this at the next show event.
I don't remember them even teasing this. Maybe they did, but I just think this looks incredible.
K.A. Kim posted it today, so I assume it's her.
I did too. I actually posted it or shared it because she does art direct also.
Yeah.
So sometimes she does share other people's work. Obviously, she's fully invested in Blitzway. But regardless, whoever did sculpt this, and again, it looks like her to me. I just think it's one of their best sculpts they've done.
Looks just like them.
And I have not seen Dune. My wife saw it. But I'm anxious to finally get a chance to see it. But again, I tip my hat to Prime One and Blitzway here. Again, really nice surprise.
Yeah.
Lots of great detail. It is a fabric element to it, so that might not be everybody's cup of tea. But I'm assuming you could take that off. Looks like you can. So anyway, that's up for pre-order right now, and this is quarter scale. So a lot of different swap outs and things. Did you guys see this piece? This is from Infinity Studios.
Yeah.
I think it's really fun.
It's certainly a different format.
Yeah. It's really weird. Infinity Studios has such a variety. They do a lot of, cultural items. They do the life-size bust. Like there's just a very wide variety. I don't know what this comes from. This is obviously a video game, I'm assuming. But it's a picture frame. It's like so it's a 3D frame. But I thought the sculpt was really great.
Yeah.
It's fun. Very kind of anime looking. But anyway, and the price point was really good too. Yeah. And again, it's like a 3D. It kind of reminds me, they used to do, I think it was maybe McFarlane. They did those movie posters that were 3D sculpts. Do you remember those?
Mm-mm.
It was a 3D poster. I mean, it was like, probably 12 inches tall, but it was like a 3D Jaws poster, but the whole poster was actually sculpted 3D.
That's cool.
And it kind of reminds me of this. So it's kind of fun. This is the photos of the Harley, and this is what Dan's talking about. It kind of looks green in photos. It is a blue color, but it's kind of like a teal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a teal. But I think some of these new photos are the best I've seen of her, and I'm very excited now to get her in hand. What do you guys think of the pictures?
She came out great. This was my vote for best female portrait of the year.
Yeah. And this is the one I like the best, her winking one. It's probably the one I'll use. But a lot of people noticed that he didn't put the bang flags in, and I kind of like it without the bang flags. I think it adds just a different look. But I think she is fantastic.
Yeah.
This is a very tall piece with the base, but I can't wait to get her in to see her in person. It's been well over 3-year wait.
Do you have a shipping quote on that yet?
No.
Okay.
I bought from Sideshow.
Well, that's what I mean. They often put that shipping quote up long before they actually ship it.
I've heard nothing.
Okay.
Other than the constant delay emails I got from them.
Yeah.
Good thing the guy standing off to the side looks like he's naked.
Oh, maybe he is. Definitely shirtless. But anyway, congratulations to that collector. I threw these in. These were shown by Geek Nation. Funko Pops of the new Batman movie. So I thought these were kind of fun. If you're a Funko Pop collector, obviously.
That's cool.
Isn't that fun? I love the duct tape. He's pulling the duct tape.
Yeah.
That's fun. They've got Catwoman. And they've got the Penguin. And also Bruce Wayne. I think they had one on the motorcycle too. I didn't get the photo of that one, but yeah, I thought especially Riddler was fun.
Yeah.
The big eyes.
Mm-hmm.
God, I cannot wait for that movie.
Me too.
So excited. We don't have that long to wait.
Did you hear it? It's PG-13.
I did. They announced that today. People were kind of surprised.
Yeah.
Yep.
But like you think like the Dark Knight was rated R. No, I'm sorry. It was rated PG-13. It was going to be rated R for one reason. So whenever the Joker, the truck is flipped and he gets out, he says the F word. But you don't hear it. And so if they would have left that F word in, it would have been R rating.
Huh.
Okay.
So like the Dark Knight was a gritty film. It was very, twisted and dark in places, and it was PG-13. So I'm not worried about that at all.
Also, I sent the pictures to you guys. I don't know what toy it was. I think it was toys by Mattel. They're calling him the Lurker when he's like not Batman, like just when he's like on the motorcycle with like, the dark circled eyes and stuff.
Really? The Lurker?
Yeah, that's
The
how they
Drifter.
labeled the toys. Oh, was it the Lurcher or the Lurker?
The Drifter.
Oh, Drifter. Sorry.
Oh, Drifter.
Yeah.
The lurker.
The Lurker.
Very
That's
creepy
something else.
Lurker. Yeah.
Yeah, the Drifter. Sorry.
I love it.
Same thing.
Well, that's cool. This is a photo of my Queen Studios Batman next to the Prime 1 Joker. The bases are obviously very different, but scale-wise, they're pretty darn close. Maybe slightly smaller Batman. And I also showed his head, but you can see they're pretty close. So if people are still on the fence or they're worried about sizes, like Dan, you've kept your pre-order, right?
I'm keeping them. Yeah. Hopefully some point this month I get notification.
I hope so too. And I think they're really going to like him.
Yep.
This one was also posted, I believe, earlier today. This is the one that Jeff has. This is the Dark Knight Rises. And yes, he is a little bit bigger, but I still think they're pretty close. Do you guys think they're pretty close?
Yeah, I mean, I think it still
Well,
works.
the cape. if you look at where the boots are versus how the cape is like way longer than he is tall, which is a lot of puddling up.
Yeah.
The boots are like right here, right?
Yeah.
On the step.
Yep.
I think they're pretty close.
Yeah, matches up well.
Yeah, I think you're going to be okay there, guys.
Yep.
Also saw some comparison videos with the Queen Studios today and the J&D. It's always nice to kind of see them side by side and compare.
Yeah.
Is anybody getting that the Queen's, the one on the left?
I'm seeing a lot of pictures of that J&D, and I'm really not liking it at all.
I don't see what everybody loves about that piece.
I don't either.
I don't get it.
I don't see Ledger in it.
I don't either. And I hate that because I mean I don't want to offend anybody that has this piece.
Yeah, exactly. It's not to be.
I feel bad. These were very expensive, and maybe that's why people are trying to justify it.
Mhm.
But like the more I see, like there are some times I sort of see them, but I don't. And everybody I talk to doesn't either. So I just hate saying that. But I feel like I definitely see Ledger in the Queen Studios piece. I think it's one of the best ones. I think their quarter scale piece is one of the best sculpts. The Prime 1 piece I absolutely love, although I hear so many people keep saying, well, they feel like it's a caricature of him. I don't see that. I just think it's a smile portrait, and it's people aren't used to it. But I don't know. I'm right there with you guys. But I do think they scale well together nicely.
Yeah.
So if you're going all out on Heath Ledger like I do. This was, was this McFarlane, I think?
It is.
And so these are really cool to see. And I posted like how many people wants to see a Clayface with something like this. And there's a lot of demand for Clayface. Whether that'll fall on deaf ears, I'm sure it will, but I think something like this would be fun. And then they also had this. Dan, what did you say about this guy? It was funny. I can't remember what you said.
Oh shoot, I don't even remember.
Oh, you cracked me up. I can't remember, but this is the Venom or the juiced up Joker from Arkham Asylum. I can't remember what you said. It was so funny. Darn it, I can't remember. But anyway, those are from McFarlane, so those are coming out. Did you see this picture I posted today? This is the new Poison Ivy from the CW Batwoman show. And I thought it was so cool that they're using the Arkham look.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really neat. She's a stunner. I believe she was on, I think it was Burn Notice, I think it was a show. Which I absolutely loved that show. And I think she played like a con artist.
So which show is she going to be on?
Batwoman.
Batwoman, okay. Yeah,
the third season of Batwoman, and she's going to be the main villain. So I thought she's going to be I just think she's going to be a cool looking Poison Ivy. This was teased by PCS today. This was a Mega Man render they're going to do. And they showed that one and then this one. So if there's any Mega Man fans out there, you might be excited about this one. It's also in conjunction with Sideshow.
It's nice.
So yeah, it's cool. These are some in-hand photos of the Steve Austin by them, and I think this one turned out really great.
Yeah, I thought it was a real person at first.
Yeah, the portrait is fantastic. I've been really impressed with this line. Again, I'm a big wrestling fan going way back. I still watch to this day, occasionally, not as much as I used to, but I'm a big Steve Austin fan, and I just think that one turned out really great. So you have nothing to worry about if you order this one from PCS. Really great piece. Good paint on him too. I think the paint's really nice.
Yeah, it looks great. The skin tone, the skin color looks good.
Yeah, because he's like, he's super tan, and or at least he was when he was wrestling. But I just think it looks great.
Did you see on Facebook Ant from PCS talking about that Hugo and Poison package that they put up for PO a while back?
What did he say?
He said, well, I'm not sure if you remember, but when that came out, everyone really wanted Poison.
Yeah, by herself.
Nobody wanted
Right, exactly.
Well, he said on Facebook yesterday that they're going to lose their shirts on that piece.
Really?
So yeah, he said it's not selling. So my response to that is, well, give us Poison by yourself, for crying out loud. That's what
Right. I mean, they would more than make up for their loss.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. I mean, why do you think it was like a deal they made with like it? I just don't get it. Like everybody wants the Poison.
Yeah, I think
I don't collect those, and I want the damn thing.
Yeah, same with me. I think they used Poison to try to sell Hugo, and it didn't work out. People didn't go for it, but everyone's still screaming for Poison.
Or maybe something like if you buy Poison, you'll get $50 off of Hugo or something.
Yeah, but I liked the honesty. At least it came out and said, "We're going to lose our shirts on this."
Yeah. I've talked to Ant, and Ant's going to be coming on our show here soon.
Cool.
So I'm really excited to kind of get to know him and his company a little bit better. PCS, I think it's like obviously here they're doing a lot of great pieces. So
yeah.
I
almost bought the Rock from this series just because it looks so good.
The Rock is fantastic. I think they're two of the best ones they've done.
Yeah.
So obviously they're doing like Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage. Those are the next ones. They've done Undertaker, Ric Flair, Ultimate Warrior. So a lot of great characters.
Yeah.
Did you guys see this image?
Yeah.
So this is part of the new Batgirl movie they're filming, and it's part of the Michael Keaton universe. And this is obviously they're doing some set design, and you notice that there's a Robin.
Yeah.
And there was never a Robin in the Keaton universe.
Yeah.
So
somebody posted the actual graphics. I don't know if you have the pictures where it's clear.
I don't. I couldn't find it again. That's the problem is you see it and then you can't find it again when you look for it.
I might still have it if I didn't delete it. Oh,
but it's like Batman clip art. That Robin is from a comic book, and this Batman is from something a separate render.
I should still have it.
This is not the Keaton Batman either. It's not his current suit. So people are wondering, okay, will this be his new suit in the film? But obviously, this is like a faux wall that they're going to use for set dressing in Gotham. But I thought that was pretty cool that they're going to incorporate Robin somehow. It's pretty neat.
That's a very classic costume on Robin.
Yeah, very classic.
Really fun.
Yeah, very classic. This is Rhino from XM. This has started to ship. I think he looks great.
Yeah.
I just sent it to you.
All right, thank you.
That looks incredible.
Yeah, I was gonna say like this is a character I feel like that could be like washed out because he's so gray, but I think the detail here is really great. Fun base, big piece though, big piece.
Yeah,
isn't that great?
Yeah.
Look at the skin.
Yep.
Texture.
I saw Sideshow got their 1/10 Nightmare Batman. That's a great piece.
Yeah. It is a great piece. I've got a couple of photos of that as well.
Oh, good.
This was, I believe, posted by Ang as well. This shows the prototype here versus the production, and I think the paint is pretty darn close.
Looks very close.
Yeah, it's very good. So that's the Apocalypse, and I think this is going to start shipping any day.
Because fans of that character are digging that piece.
Yeah, this is one of those pieces that they already had in production before the pre-order went up.
Yeah, and isn't it full $9.99 edition size?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big piece too.
Mm-hmm.
This was that Nightmare Batman you were talking about, I believe.
It looks good from the back too. Just the way his cape moves, and it's a neat piece.
It's a neat piece, and again, this is a 10 scale.
Yeah.
From Iron Studios, so you're looking at the like $120 to $170 range. I can't remember exactly how much it is, but
170. 170.
So kind of at the upper end of that, but it's a cool piece. It looks really great.
Yeah, we should be seeing the Weta 1/4 Nightmare Batman pretty quick. They said January.
I think that piece, just from that one image, I think it's going to blow everybody out of the water.
Yeah, it's got potential.
It really does. And it's amazing how popular the Nightmare Batman is.
Yeah,
it is.
Very popular. This was some first in-hand photos of the Mera 3rd scale from Prime 1. And I think she looks way better than I was expecting. I wasn't really sold on this. This is that more Stanley Art Germ Lau look.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she looks really good. Her face is better than I was expecting.
super low edition size on her too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like
So, I mean,
200 or something like that.
Really? So obviously, I don't think she's, the art direction, she's as popular as some of the other, if they would have made it maybe a little bit more traditional comic book. But
Yeah.
I do think her portrait is way better than I was expecting it to be.
Yeah.
So definitely something different, but looks good from all angles. This is also started to ship overseas. It should be to us probably within 2 or 3 months. This is still a piece that I'm considering because I really do love it. Somebody asked me earlier in the chat, like, are you already going to sell Huntress? And no, not yet. She's always one that's going to be on the chopping block, though. Like, I just don't do heroes well, but I love this piece. And I think it turned out really great. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it looks great.
Yep.
Yeah, I like it.
Dan, you're a Hush collector. Is this one you're considering at all?
Nope. I got my Nightwing. Got the Samurai Nightwing.
Yeah,
and I love it. Yep. I think for Hush, I think Batman's going to be standalone.
Yeah.
I love the Ivy. Too big.
Yeah.
Love this piece, but don't need 2 Nightwings. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can be overkill.
Yeah.
It can be. This was from the Hot Toys fans, Eternals, and this is, of course, Angelina Jolie. And I was just really impressed with the portrait. I thought it looked really good.
Yeah.
I have not seen that movie. I think it's coming out on
Today.
Is it today?
Disney Plus today.
Oh, I might
really?
have to be watching that tonight.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I haven't heard a ton of great things about the movie, but I'm excited to see it. Anyway, I think that piece looks really great. Jeff, is that something you would consider? I know you collect Hot Toys still from time to time.
I don't know.
Have you seen the movie?
I did today.
What did you think?
I thought it was a good movie. It was enjoyable. I think I expected it to be kind of bad from the reaction the public had.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it needed a little tightening up.
Yeah.
It kind of rambled a little bit, but it was good.
Is it like a one and
movie.
is it like a one and done? Like, I've seen it, I don't really need to see it again.
I would watch it again later. It's
Okay.
definitely open-ended for characters to come back.
Okay, that's cool.
They tried something really hard. I mean, they're introducing so many characters in that movie.
It was hard.
Yeah.
Do you think it suffered from the COVID year also
Oh,
with
every
production and things? Maybe.
Yeah, because I would have gone to the theater to see it if
Yeah.
you didn't have to potentially die. To see a movie.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's cool. That's exciting for us Disney Plus fans. We can watch that. That's great. Well, here's Jeff. Here's Jeff's new piece.
Yeah, there you go.
There's Captain Kirk right there.
I think that likeness is pretty darn good.
I just do. I've got a better picture here.
Yeah.
And right now he's saying, Jeff, I need you to buy this statue. I can just hear him saying that to you right now.
Yeah.
I love it.
So like I was saying, both Spock and Picard had established edition sizes at the time of pre-order, but this one is TBD, which is smart for them.
Yeah, it is. We were talking about like hand texture and things like that over the Spock piece. But like even like here, I mean, it's still not as detailed as I maybe would like it to be, but I still feel like this is an improvement. You could see that the wrinkles in his skin, were on the knuckles. So, I'm really optimistic that these will be impressive in hand. And again, I'm really anxious to see your review.
So I think Sideshow must be getting them in batches because I've already messaged with 2 collectors who already have Spock. The first one had a few paint problems on the base, but was very happy with the figure itself. The second one said that the whole thing was absolutely perfect, and he thinks it's the best Star Trek statue ever produced.
Wow, that's high praise.
So it's absolutely my number one looking forward to piece right now. I can't wait to get up. I'm terrified that Sideshow might say, "Oh, sorry, we're not getting any more. We're canceling your order." Because it's nowhere else now. It's totally sold out at Darkside's site.
Okay. Well, hopefully you'll get it soon, and you'll be able to judge for yourself. I love the pose. And one thing, like, we kind of looked at the paint on the Spock, and again, I don't know, like what you're saying is great to hear from collectors, but like even like the fingernails are better painted. I feel like like that looks better to me.
Yeah.
So again, I know this is a company that's on the rise, and again, I'm really excited to see what they do. Obviously, especially with the DC pieces.
So if I'm remembering correctly, the hand close-ups that we weren't very happy with, I think those were Picard.
Oh, those were Picard.
Yeah.
You're right. Those were Picard.
Because
so was that before or after Spock then?
It was after.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
on Spock, his hands are either behind him or he has one hand up doing the Vulcan salute thing.
That's true.
But we were looking at Picard where he's holding the teacup, and it didn't look so great. But we were doing really extreme close-ups, which sometimes doesn't accurately reflect what it's going to look like with the naked eye.
Well, and as Dan and I were talking before, is sometimes I feel like XM doesn't photograph that well, but in hand it's totally different.
Yeah.
And so, sometimes we see these statues, and even at the company's best effort, sometimes we don't always get what it's going to look like true in person.
One thing that I have to give Darkseid credit for all three of these Star Trek pieces is that the poses are perfect for those characters. That is exactly how William Shatner.
How he stands.
Yeah. And it's the same with Picard, and it's the same with Spock.
He always has that kind of like his pelvis is a little bit forward.
Yeah.
Where his shoulders are leaning back a little bit like that. That is Spock. I mean, that is Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
It's very well done. I say I wish I could get this from my dad. Like, he wouldn't want it, but like he was such a big Star Trek fan.
Yeah.
We'll move on to another Hot Toys piece. This is from Justin's Collections. I want to thank him again for doing a collab with me recently. If you guys watched that was a lot of fun to do. And I think this piece looks incredible. I have not watched the third episode yet. Are you guys watching this show?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, heard a lot of people didn't like it though. At least the third episode, at least.
I say the third episode I've heard is a little bit meh, but I really enjoyed the second episode. And obviously this is what this is from, but I just think this sculpt is a lot of fun. I don't know what that is, but it's funny. It sounds like a chimp.
How do you like the first two? The first two episodes are good. It's worth watching so far.
Oh yeah,
we've enjoyed them.
Yeah, my wife and I've been watching them. I mean, it's maybe not as good as The Mandalorian, but there's a lot of Star Wars lip service in this. Like, if you're a fan. We also have Boba Fett here in his more traditional costume. I think there's two different versions you can buy, I think.
They both come in one deluxe set.
Oh, okay. Don't you think he looks great?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Justin's Collections, you can check out a review on his channel. We're getting close to the end here. I thought this was a great picture. This is Prime One Studio.
Yeah, that is a great picture.
Isn't that a great photo? Oh, it's so gory. But it's really cool. So obviously that piece is in production, a video game piece. But very cool. I threw these in here because these were posted by J. Scott Campbell. Really beautiful cover here. Can you guys see Sideshow making this statue?
Yeah.
That'd be a popular one.
Oh my God, it would be so popular.
Really good.
I mean, good Lord. That is about as sexy as you're gonna get. He always does such a phenomenal job. But
I never realized Black Cat was that much taller.
I don't know. Maybe she's standing up on something. I don't know. Yeah. Obviously, if it's maybe she's Mary Jane's leaning down more. I don't know, but holy crap, that's a good illustration. So be on the lookout. We'll see if that becomes a statue or not. And that is how we're ending it.
All right.
You had a super chat from Lane Kramer.
Oh, was it recently? Oh, right there.
Yeah,
right
not so long ago.
$5 super chat. Thank you very much, Lane. He says, so guys, I'm having to make a decision if I'm going to order the Galactus Sideshow maquette in the next couple of days from my comic shop any thoughts on it. Are you talking about the new one or the old one?
Probably the new one.
Probably the new one. My advice, if you can find the original, I personally think that's a better piece.
I would agree.
Me too.
Specifically for scale. I've said it before. We talked about it on the show. If Sideshow was smart, they would have made a proximity piece for that Galactus, a small Silver Surfer.
Mm-hmm.
So it made him look bigger. But I just don't. It really depends, Lane, in my opinion, on what you're going to pair it up with.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you're gonna have him sitting right next to all your other premium formats, I don't think it's going to work for you. Would you guys agree in general with that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's again, that was the Kucharik brothers. I think the statue itself looks amazing.
Yeah.
It's just it comes down to the size of it. Everything else looks great. The paint. I mean, actually, I still like the OG's paint better, but I mean, the new one, the paint job's decent, and the sculpt is great. It's just the size of it.
It's still a great piece, Lane. Lane, if you would tell us in the chat, do you have other pieces around it? Or if it's just a standalone piece, like next to a CGC or something, it might be a great option.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the original is very difficult to find, and that's the bad part about it. A lot of people are saying original is better. Doesn't depict the scale of him. Yeah, it's just a lot of us were shocked that Sideshow didn't make him bigger.
Yeah.
And maybe they didn't feel like they could with the price point right now. But yeah, scaling is just not quite right. Again, that's just our opinion. It's still a great piece, but I really feel like it's just what you have with it. Brian Deal, $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much. And he is also a Brotherhood member. So thank you very much, Brian. I just bought that Iron Studios League of Legends 3D photo frame. I don't play that game at all, but that piece is really fun. So he's talking about it's not Iron Studios. It's actually Infinity Studios, Brian. But what a great piece. I love anything pirate stuff. I mean, I love, anything pirate. So I think it's really cool. But congratulations, Brian, and thank you again for the super chat. Lane says it would go on a bookcase where I can still fit 3 Marvel statues. I don't know, Lane. I've seen it next to the Silver Surfer, right? Didn't some people have it? I mean, it's already in hand, isn't it?
I know we did a lot of mock-ups of it, like next to other statues.
I can't remember. Has it been released? I can't
I
remember.
don't think so. No, we just did like photoshopping it next to pieces.
Okay, that's what I'm remembering. I couldn't even remember if it was out. I don't know. Like, are there Marvel 6 scale pieces that would go with it? Do you think? Like, would that help if it was
That'd
like a
be one
smaller
way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, if you
6 scale.
who makes Marvel 6 scale?
Hot Toys.
Hot Toys. What about if would the scale be right if you paired it up with some Marvel Iron Studios 10 scale?
Could be.
Which statue?
The Galactus, the new Sideshow Galactus. I don't know how big Galactus is. Like, is he massive in the comics?
Oh, he's huge.
So I mean, that might be a good option, is to pair him up with some Iron Studios X-Men pieces or Marvel pieces.
Like even the bust they did, it was just his head. Even
the legendary scale.
Yeah, even that I like better.
Daniel says PCS does 1/6 Marvel, so that could be maybe good. Brian says if they do a pirate Batman line, I'll go broke. Well, I would be in trouble probably too. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know what to tell you, Lane. That's a tough one. I think it's a good standalone, but I feel like if you're going to pair it with premium formats, I don't think it's going to be what you're wanting. So I don't know.
It's only 26 inches tall.
Yeah, and how big did we just say the Daniel Bell Batman is?
31.
I mean, think of that.
Yeah, the last Superman PF that right here.
Yeah,
that's 26 inches.
And if I remember correctly, the OG is 32 inches on Galactus. 32.
Wow.
Somewhere 31 or 32 or 33.
Sounds right.
That's a big difference. And he's not as bulky either, like that original.
And he's on a smaller base too.
Yeah,
So it's like
much smaller.
It's like 30 something inches of just Galactus.
Yeah.
And it's $855 at only 26 inches tall.
Yeah. Was it a maquette?
Yeah.
Of course
I think so.
Yeah.
It was.
It is a maquette, yes.
Of course.
And it ships this summer between June and August.
Wow.
Well, yeah.
To the
Again,
four
I just
people who bought it.
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Anything else you guys want to talk about tonight before we wrap it up?
No. Did you get to the other super chat yet?
Is there another one? Did I miss it?
Yeah. Brian
Deal.
Yeah, I got that one.
You got that one.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Thanks everybody for that did the super chat tonight. Thank you very much. Also, please make sure that you smash the like button. That does help other people find this content, helps our channel grow. We are now officially on the road to 35K. We're teetering on 32K right now. And so I've got a very, very special giveaway when we get to 35. I'll be making that announcement here soon. I also have a major, I told the guys this, but I have a major channel announcement that I'm very excited about. I just got off with a conference call yesterday with an agency. And so I'm very excited to be announcing something quite incredible for the channel, a great opportunity for the Batman Statue Collector channel and the Rogues Gallery, of course. So anyway, got a lot of announcements coming up. Obviously, definitely check out this guy's channel right here if you haven't done so. His name right here is Secret Sanctuary on YouTube. And sounds like he's got a lot of pre-orders coming in all of a sudden, which is exciting because I know it's been
a big year.
Been a little dry here recently. So it's going to be exciting to see what comes into the sanctuary. And even more importantly, where the hell he's going to put any of it. That's what I'm tuning in for. I'm like, where is he going to put any of this stuff?
So I did that video on my pre-orders and I had a comment on that video on YouTube yesterday. And the guy said something like, I think the problem is that the sanctuary is in this little house in this like little neighborhood. And I'm like, how does this guy know where I live or what?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, whatever. But it is small. That's true.
It's amazing if you've been on YouTube for a while and you have contact with the community and they're able to very well piece things together over a 4 or 5, 6 year period. You know, so like if you say, this is where I'm at, this is the room they're very good at putting all the pieces of the puzzle together. So I think they figured you out, Mr. Delaney.
Maybe so.
Yeah. And they know how limited we are, all of us, in the space that we have. Obviously, we don't have, the luxury of an entire basement like Mr. X does. Like, that would be pretty amazing.
It would.
Or, obviously, Jem's got a lot of space. Like, I'm so jealous of some of those collectors. But at the end of the day, we make it work with what we have. And that's, as good as it gets. And it makes us appreciate the pieces that we do have even more with the space that we have. So, anyway, definitely check out Secret Sanctuary. And again, here on this channel, I don't know if Dan's available this weekend sometime. We might do the Joker maybe this weekend. It might just be me. Again, it depends on Dan's schedule. But again, I do have Ivy, Catwoman, and Bane also to look forward to. Not only the unboxings, but also the review. I'm a little bit nervous doing a live unboxing with that Poison Ivy now that Jeff said that. Like, maybe I should just do a review of her. I don't know.
Be real careful.
I know. I'm a little bit nervous about that. So we'll see. Maybe I won't do a live review on that one, or a live unboxing, but definitely a review for sure. Definitely one of my most anticipated pieces that I wasn't anticipating getting. So it's even crazier. So I feel like I need to refilm my most anticipated pieces of 2022 because I'm adding all these pieces that I wasn't even planning on getting. So
yeah,
crazy, right? Anyway, please make sure you hit the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. I think I'm still sitting at like 46% of you that watch are not subscribers. Yeah. So again, if 46% subscribe, we'll double our subscriber rate. I mean, come on, that'd be great. On the road to 100K. Let's get there. And definitely, again, subscribe to Jeff, where I know where are you at right now, Jeff, on your subs count?
Just over 11,000.
All right, let's get him to 12. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's get him up there this year, and let's get him to 15 this year, no doubt.
That would be nice.
That would be awesome. Again, thanks to Jeff Morris, Eric B., and of course Dan Default from Wayne Manor North. And again, I do want to thank Dan again for hanging out with me a couple nights this last week doing these unboxings. So that's been a lot of fun so far. Have we done 3? Have we done 3 of them? I guess we did all.
We did 2 lately, but I'm looking forward to doing another one.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. And again, we'll figure out times and whatever works for you if you're interested.
Cool.
Otherwise, thank you guys so very much for checking out the video today and hanging out with us. We'll be back in a couple weeks for our next Rogues Gallery Live. Thanks for watching. See you in the Batcave. Good night, everybody.
See you guys.
See you guys. Have a good night.
Thanks for watching.